right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Rob.
This is Ivan.
This is Steven.
My name is Seabass.
All right, so last week had a few different people on, and now we're kind of getting back to everybody. Tony's busy tonight, not able to make it. Vincent had something else going on. Lou, can't tell you about Lou. We'll just leave it at that.
He's feeling good right now.
So here's my idea, because the last couple of episodes have been kind of heavy. And
Thanks, Rob.
Rob killing everybody he comes in contact with.
Yeah.
Right, man.
So, in the beginning, I asked everybody, okay, is there anything that's off the table, things we can't talk about? Everybody said we cool, right? So, we're going to go with this. Was there anything you lied to your wife about before you got married and she found out after you guys got married?
Ooh,
Looks like I'm not going to have to talk this fucking episode.
I can jump right in on that one, man.
Yeah?
So I think you guys were talking about once, like is there a number? Does like your wife or your significant other know a number of how many people you've been
how
with?
many, the body count.
Yeah, the body count. And I mean, I'm not trying to brag or boast or anything, but I can't even, I don't know. There's multiple, there's several.
Right.
A lot of them. A black book. And I was up front with her in the beginning. And there's a friend of a friend, a mutual friend, and you know, she asked, did you ever hook up with that person? And it's like, if you go in a room 1 out of 5, I probably hooked up with 2 of the girls in that 5. And it's not that I lied, but it's like, there's really like no number, man. Like but.
And was she cool with it? Was it a long lingering? Does she ever bring it up when she mad?
Sometimes she does. Not that she brings it up like in that way, but if there's like a subject being talked about, like, oh, that dude's a whore. He'd be like, and she'll look at me like,
and
yeah, exactly.
Isn't that ironic?
Who are you to say anything?
Let's move on. But yeah,
Rob?
Well, me and my wife been together since we were young.
Get closer to the mic.
So we pretty much, really not, man. There wasn't really much I lied to her about before, but I lied to her. She tells me, well, why do you lie to me about these or that? I said, well, it's because you're crazy, sometimes like they don't understand I'm just right here chilling or something, so you got to say something, and then she'll catch me. Well, why'd you say you were here? Well, because I didn't want you showing up kicking the door down. But more just to protect her, or but nah, man, I really never lied to her before we got married.
So you didn't lie only after? Once you had her locked up,
then we're good. It's never nothing bad, Just always just innocent lies.
So is it more little white lies, or is it more like you lie by omission, like you leave shit out just so that she don't trip?
Pretty much, so because sometimes you don't want them feeling a certain way, so you just kind of tell them, hey babe, I did this or did that, but you were with the fellas, but then she's like, well, she did catch me one day. We got in an argument, and I took off. You know what? I'm gone, and I went. My brother-in-law, her brother lived next door, so I went over there to act like I spent the night, and I took off to Vegas.
Oh, shit. Wow.
So I'm at Vegas. We get there, dude, about 3 a.m, and we just stood there a few hours, came back. It was like 9 in the morning, and I'm coming back, and she called us. She's like, you in Vegas, motherfucker? I was like, what?
How did she know?
I said, man, I guess my homie's girl, because a few of us just said, because my cousin had just came home from prison, and another one of my little homies came down, and they had never been anywhere out of the hood, man. So me and my one of my buddies, Bruno, we go, hey man, let's take these fools to Vegas. So we just left, man. And when I got back, I was like, babe, don't be upset. All my shit was on the porch. But I'm a G, man. I was back in like an hour later.
But that's a good thing, though. Like, if you have a white wife, you can't lie by omission. Those are worse to them than if you just lied straight out. If you just leave shit out, because they fucking pick at that shit like a raw scab.
I think my wife kind of, she knows, dude. We've been together so long. I mean, like, even if I did go to Vegas, she knows I wouldn't do nothing stupid. Like,
she knows you're safe?
I mean, I may fuck around, do some drinking, maybe something else that I ain't done in a long time. But you know, shit. But not you know what I mean? She knows what's up.
I heard that.
All right. Come on, Ivan.
Well,
spill the beans.
Honestly, I don't really have anything to spill. My wife and I, we always been pretty honest with each other.
Yeah.
From the start. Now, I will say there was one little omission she kept from me. It was, I didn't find this out till like a few years later, but
Was it loose sweater?
no, it's well, you all know.
Was it the sweater that I stole or
Migo
something?
sweater. My Migo sweater, my bad.
introducing me to her family, mainly her mom's side, you know, very traditional,
Right.
You know, okay. So it was her grandfather's birthday, and so she took me there, introduced me to her grandfather. He couldn't speak like very little English, but what I could understand, he was, you know, hey, sit down, have a beer with me, blah blah blah. Very welcoming, good dude. Okay, introduced me to her grandmother. Okay. Grandmother said something in Spanish. My wife stepped back and laughed, and I didn't say anything at the time, but when we walked outside, I was like, "What'd she say?" She's like, "Oh, I'll tell you later." I was like, okay.
And she never told you, right?
And she never told me. She never told me, but her grandmother was cool, real cool, nice people. But after she had passed and everything, a couple years later, she told me, I was like, "You never told me what your grandmother said." And she was like, "Well, when I introduced you," she was like, "You never told me he was black." You know?
Oh,
shit! Right? I didn't catch it. I didn't hear it. I just laughed. You know, it brought me back. I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie where it was with I forgot his name, but it was a black man marrying a Latina,
Right.
and introduced the Latina introduced her black fiance to her grandmother, and her grandmother was like, "Oh, Dios mío," just fell off the floor, just passed out. That's what it kind of felt like. It was like, yeah, it was cool, but you know.
At least she didn't fall out, right?
Nah, she didn't fall out. Almost. She was sitting down, so she didn't have a chance. But
There was a movie like that too. It was with Ashton Kutcher, and it was opposite.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That one,
exactly. I know what you're talking about.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie
oh,
Mac,
dude,
Bernie
that shit
Mac.
was funny, man.
Yeah.
That one was a good movie.
That was funny.
That was like kind of opposite.
Yeah.
Black girl, white dude.
Yep.
Have you guys
Trying to fit
seen that show, The Ranch? With
Yeah,
Ashton Kutcher?
It's a good show too.
My wife's been on that, man. That's pretty
a good
funny.
show.
I was watching it.
That's a good show, dude. It's funny, and I don't. You know, the white chick that he. How far into it are you? I don't want to ruin that.
I probably no. She's already in season 7. So
So the younger white chick that he knocks out is so much hotter than the white chick he's after.
Wow.
So much. Oh my god, dude.
yeah, I tripped
Wish it
out
was
on
me.
it. And
What kind of wow was that, Ivan? I can't tell what it was.
I can only picture it, you know.
you trip out how like that show is like, oh, it must be a damn Democrat and this and that. Like, damn, dude, they making it obvious crazy. Like,
Oh, yeah,
that
Sam-
show's strictly for certain people.
Oh, absolutely. And Sam Elliott. Sam
love
Elliott's
that
such a
dude.
great actor,
Oh
dude.
man, his dry humor on that is perfect.
Yeah, and such a fucking just a dry voice, just
Right.
hey, and he's like me, don't hug me, no affection, no.
Here's the ranch.
No, he doesn't even say that. He says, "Sit back and watch me do it."
Yeah, hey, go get the cows,
Yeah.
go do that, go do this.
That episode, he walks in, Ashton Kutcher, he's wearing those Uggs or those snow
yeah.
boots, and he looks down at his feet like, "What the fuck are those?" He's like, "They're Uggs."
That was like when I walked in and he was watching TikToks.
Oh shit!
I felt
nothing wrong with that, I'm telling you.
just as disappointed.
There's all kinds of shit you can learn on TikToks.
But just to close out that last topic you were talking about, man, there's something else that we get into, my lady and I, and it's not a secret much, but we don't like share our money. If that makes sense. Well, we have 2 separate accounts. She
Really?
has her bank account. I have my own account.
That is, oh my god, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's not that we don't do it because it's like, oh, this is my money, this is your money type deal. It is in a sense, but I worked so hard and gotten so far where I'm at, I don't feel comfortable sharing an account with somebody and somebody telling me like, oh, you can't buy that, or oh, you can't do that. And not saying that she would do that, but it would be monitored. And like, I run by the day. Like, I buy this, I buy that, I go here, I go there. You know, I'm freaking eating out almost every day. Like, You know, I'm dropping money like crazy, and I don't think she would see. Like why do you do that? Why do you spend money here? Why do you do that? So I keep it separate.
Yeah, you don't have to explain yourself because you make your money.
Exactly.
You know, when I got married to their mom, I came home, gave her my check. I was the only one working anyway, so it didn't matter. It was all going to whatever we needed for the family or whatever. But if I were to get married now, there's no fucking way. Nope. You gotta keep your own account. If you want a joint account, we'll put the money together so you can pay bills.
I've been married almost 30 years, and I keep my shit separate.
Yeah?
Well, same thing?
Yeah, but only because she's a spender and I'm a saver. So,
so we're opposite.
She don't want to hear. She don't want to hear me tell her anything. But I take care of everything.
Same here.
You know, she pays very little. I pay the rent, most of the big bills and stuff.
Right.
So
same here.
I let her enjoy her money. But lately, I have been telling her that I would like to join up. You know, because I see that you know, when you're married, you're supposed to be one. You know, so and I'm thinking she's getting better. We're trying to buy a house right now, so I seen her start be more responsible. So I think she's almost ready to, you know, for a little. She's
almost ready to go on my account.
You know what I mean? So she might be joining the team, man. You know, after 30 years. Love you, man.
We actually tried both.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah, during our marriage. And the separate accounts really just don't work. For us, it didn't.
Right.
Okay. So now we have the one joint account. I think that works better for us, just so, look, I make the money here, you divide up the bills, what, you know, and then I'll come to her just for like certain purchases and stuff like that, whatever.
So when you do something like that, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but what you were saying, is there like, let's say you were at fucking Best Buy, right? And you were like, fuck, you know what, I want to buy an Xbox today. Do you have to call in, like, is there a certain amount that you have to call in clear before you...
Well, big purchases and stuff like that, like, for instance, the 86-inch TV.
Right.
Okay. There was times
Damn,
where...
I thought that was 81.
No, that's 86, homie.
Damn.
Get that shit right, son.
Shit, Ivan.
He said, "Don't disrespect me like that again."
No.
You notice I had an 82 and he liked my TV. He said, "No, I got to get a bigger one."
That's... Actually, I've been after that for a while, and... She wanted to pull the trigger a few times, and I was like, "Nah, fuck it." I mean, but when I did come to your house,
yeah,
and I saw your TV, I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Okay,
I need a big TV."
Let's do it.
Need to get with the times.
So that wall had been screaming for something big. So,
but it nice too.
Yeah, it did, man. Your cousins, they hooked it up.
Nice.
But it works for us. Yes, if a big purchase, I will hit her up just to make sure everything's good. There's no issues, okay? But it is a big purchase. I want to be like, I make so much more than you, and I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do,
right?
Okay, because there's expenses, everything's good. As long as the money's in there, yeah, then I'll talk about it. Because we could be planning stuff out. Because she's always planning.
She's a plan. Oh yeah, she's a planner. I remember
for this, for that, whatever the case may be. You know, so I'd rather just, you know what, there it is. You do what you need to do with it. But if there's shit I need, I'm gonna hit her up.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna buy this for the truck, or I'm gonna buy this for the truck, just so she knows. So there's no, because she will never ever say like, "Oh no, you can't do that."
Right. That's only coming here.
So like, that's only hanging out with us.
How much gas?
So, but that shit right there.
Minutes, you was gone 13. No.
That shit right there reminds me of. That reminds me of my ex-wife though. She was very a fucking itinerary. I remember when.
I like how you say was.
Well, yeah, because she
that's
was my ex. She was my wife,
is, bro. And me, and I'm like, damn, I go crazy.
And like when. Our boys were talking when Milo first moved out. Hey, they want to do this. Is it okay if he goes? And she's like, well, what are they going to do? What time are they going to get there? I have no fucking idea. They're 17-year-old fucking boys. They're going to go hang out. You know, I don't fucking know. Yeah. But I was very nice to her. Well, I don't know, but I can ask. I'll find out. Blah blah. It's like, hey, dude, This is mom. This is the way they run their house. If you're gonna want to hang out with them and you want to do this, you got to understand this is what you got to do. Okay. But my ex-wife was like, that fucking drove me nuts. And I'll tell you why I say that I would never join my money with a woman again. When I was married to their mom,
It was worth it.
I was working, and I had switched radio stations. I was working at one radio station, and I was working mornings and afternoon for one of their stations, right? So they pulled the plug on the afternoon station. I took a shit ton of money out of my pocket. Yeah. So I went and I fucking ran it up a flagpole to anybody that I could. And I got home and said, hey, this is what happened. We're out of this money. I'll figure it out. So then I got a job at the company across the street. They hired me to do nights because they had just flipped the station to hip hop and R&B. Nice. And they wanted me. So I went and they paid me a stupid amount of money to do nights. Nice. And I was like, cool, we're good, we're set. You know what I mean? So, but one of the things I said when I sat with the guy was like, well, is there anything else you want? I said, well, I want a bonus. I want a bonus for first or second. He said, what about third? I said, well, if I come in third, I don't deserve a bonus. I want first or second. If I don't hit either of those, you don't need to pay me. I'm not doing my job right. He said, okay, I'll take it. I said, I want 15 for second. I want $3,000 for first. Okay, perfect. Done? Cool. All right. So in 6 months, I hit my second tier bonus. I was number 2, right? So I hadn't even thought about it, dude. Didn't even cross my mind about what I wanted to do with the money. To me, it was just fucking take it home, right? So my ex-mother-in-law asked my ex-wife, what are you going to let him buy with his bonus?
Damn.
Ain't no worse law than a mother-in-law.
And, right? And she said that to my mom, asked me what I was going to let you buy. And I was like, let me buy? What the fuck are you talking about? I said, I'll be right back. So I went to Best Buy and I bought me an Xbox and a couple games. And I was like, let me. Right. I said, that's me. I do that. All my hard work, I'm there all fucking day long. I'm busting that's me. What do you mean, let me? Like, I understand that we're married, and I understand that when you married, you join forces and you're one, and it's blah, 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 but shit don't always go that way, right? And I think that's kind of the difference between the new age thinking is that, not that you don't think marriage is permanent, but I think that there's safeguards that we put in place that keep it to keep a piece of ourselves, right. Which I don't think our generation does that as much as the younger generation, right. Because we identify ourselves as, the married man with the family, and we work, and this is what we do. Not that you don't. I'm just saying that's my thought process.
So my parents are the same way.
Really?
My mom and dad, and I don't do it because of them. My lady thinks that's the reason. Like, she always telling me we gotta get a joint account, whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, down the road. We're not married. We're not officially married.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's strike one. You know what I mean?
Common law.
Yeah, actually, this doesn't exist in California.
Yep, not anymore.
Does it? Damn.
No. So that's strike one right there. So that's not the reason why we do it, or the reason why I do it, because she does want a joint account. But speaking of the mother-in-laws, it's kind of funny, man. She knows that we have a split account or whatever, and my older daughter gets like $5 a goal, right?
Right.
And she gets it from her grandmother, and she scores a goal, $5. Scores another goal, another $5. So they were tallying it up after one game. I mean, she scores like 4 or 5 goals a game. It used to be 10. And then now she's shooting a ton of goals. They lowered it to 5. Right. So she goes up to the grandfather had given her like the 10th spot because she scored 2 goals, right? Nice. So she gets the $10 and walks over and goes to her grandma. She's like, "What are you gonna get with your $10?" And she's like, "Well, that was my $10 from Grandpa. You owe me $10." And she was like, "No, we're not like your mom and dad. We got the same account.
We won."
And my lady brought that up. You see, like. I was like, it's not rubbing out. I don't think she comprehends that because of us. She doesn't know that.
Yeah.
She doesn't know where the money comes from, But she's like, I just feel like it's rubbing off on them, blah, blah, blah. But again, man, I've been in my trade for a very long time. I've worked very hard to earn the money that I do. And again, not saying that she would ever tell me what I can and cannot buy. I just don't feel comfortable with ever have to go through that at all. Explain myself for any purchase, anything.
Absolutely.
With me and my wife is I make sure that whatever decision I make, I don't ask her. I buy whatever I want, pretty much. Even anything big, it doesn't matter. She knows that whatever decision I make with the money is always the best for our family. So as long as I could spend $1,000, and as long as my family's happy, I'm cool. If I
all that
waste
matters.
$1, I'm tripping.
All right.
That's another thing. I buy a lot of purchases every day or every other day, whatever. But I tell her she can complain about the bill, or she can complain about her money in the joint account when something's not paid.
Yeah,
if we ever get home and the gas is off, then we have a problem. If that mortgage isn't paid, we have a problem.
Right.
But that ain't gonna happen, so we should be good.
Well, Mingo, you mentioned new age thinking versus traditional thinking, and my wife is very traditional. I'm traditional too.
Right.
Okay, so you're in a marriage, you're married. Me as a man, I'm the provider.
Right.
Okay, she takes care of home. So that's why my thinking is I bring it home, there, you make sure home's taken care of. I don't want to think about that shit.
Right.
Because I'm out there, I'm busting my ass, working my ass off. I bring the money home.
You have my clothes on the bed, so when I get home, I can take a shower
You
and
make
food
sure,
on the table.
You make sure everything's good in home.
Now, what if has she ever like, hey babe, I got a couple purses. Like, 'cause that's my wife, dude. My wife, she'll come out like, hey babe, yeah, I just blew my whole check, but it was worth it.
But see, I'm good with that because there's shit that I want to do, and there's never an issue.
That's cool.
So she's taking care of home, taking care of the kids. I'm good with that because she deserves to get some shit too.
So let me ask you a question. What if something happened, heaven forbid, and the roles are reversed in the future, where she making the money?
Well, in the beginning of our marriage, that's where we're at. Before I
Really?
fucking started moving up at UPS. Okay, so for a few years, she was making more money than me, and it drove me crazy.
Oh, I bet.
Why?
But so I went because I'm a man.
Old school.
She
school, yeah.
she shouldn't be making more money than me. I'm just that's my thinking.
That's your old school.
That's my old school
what you see,
thinking.
Old school, yeah.
I'm
So
the
you
man.
basically
I'm the
like
provider.
stay in the kitchen, have kids, and
No, it's not necessarily.
Damn, Rob,
Stay in the
fuck.
kitchen and have
I'm just
kids,
saying,
but-
that's what it seems like,
but
right?
just-
Shit, like,
but just
you
as
ever
a
see Soul
man,
Man?
before we go too far off subject, look, as a man,
Poor
okay,
I was like, let me fucking finish.
you're the protector, you're the provider. You're that dude,
Hell yeah.
and so
But if baby can make some good money, let her, dog. Shoot. It's just helping you out.
I never liked it. So when I finally got that promotion, I was like, yeah.
Did you throw it in her
we
face?
had that talk. I was like, some things are gonna change around here. Straight up.
That's right. Daddy got a brand new pair of shoes now. Shit.
I was like,
My
look,
balls dropped.
you know,
Right?
yeah, my balls did drop because I had to tell her.
He said, a little towel shine him up.
But that's that honesty that
Right.
we have each other. She just needed to know. I was like, look, you're gonna give me my respect
As a man that
the
I am, and
husband is the provider. Okay,
Man
it's
of the
gonna be a
house.
little bit different. Okay, because
So you was cooking dinner back in the day?
no, man.
I get to see you.
No.
Ate your
But
mama.
obviously, I help out where I
Cooking
can
shit.
because
I
it was just. You feel I didn't like the way it felt.
Yeah, I
but
feel
I did what I had to do.
Oh,
So there's
my
sometimes I
lady's
was
like
working
that
two
with
jobs,
me, bro.
but
She always throws that in my face. Like, oh, you make more money than me. Like, no, I don't. I just save it,
yeah, she'll throw that up sometimes too. Like if we're doing something, and well, you're gonna pay for this trip. Well, I'm already thinking.
I
know I'm
always
gonna
do
pay for the trip,
anyways.
Right.
I'm not trying to make her feel that way.
I'm not. I don't try to make my wife feel bad.
Yeah,
but there's
neither do I.
times where I have to let it. Like when
Put your foot down.
we were buying the new car and she wanted this other car and it was like a pretty hefty payment. I was like,
We're taking
I
the
don't
Prius.
want to do it. And she was like, I know how much comes in. I was like, yeah. I know how much comes in too, because I'm the one for
bringing it in.
I put all
And
my
that
money
Yugo
on
is
Martin.
pretty. I don't care what you say.
But it's because it's all about being comfortable. I never want us to have to like struggle for shit.
Yeah.
So we're comfortable, we're good, and we stay that way. But that's because me as a man, I almost hate Your listeners probably gonna think
No.
who's this guy, but
Well, are you guys are you guys old school to the point where it is that like she does the cooking, cleaning type deal, and I know you, Bob.
Yeah.
do
She
every so
rub your
often.
feet when you come home.
no.
Good.
We're
Them some
not
ugly
that
dogs. and
Look,
shit.
my wife, she's traditional to a sense, but not like traditional Latinas. I feel like I kind of missed out, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's
You did.
I'm
Oh,
just saying. I love my wife.
Shots
Control,
fired.
alt, delete.
I love my wife, but there's like certain things that she just won't do.
Man,
Like, for instance, your mom, your lady, traditional Latina.
Tony woke up for this.
Oh, the Pacheco's here.
Good look. Did you
Did you
bring
just
Big
touch
Lou?
damn, T-Bone is in the house
You
with a
didn't pick up
gallon
Lou?
of water. Health is wealth in
Best you did it.
2021.
That fool's faded, dog.
Yeah, we might have to change the subject because that's a spy right there.
Oh,
But I'll tell you like this, okay? She's certain things she's just not traditional in, and one is she told me this. She doesn't like to be because felt like she's subservient. So
Oh,
Shit.
really?
yes, really.
Yes, bro.
So let's say dinner's made, okay?
Yeah, we're not rooting for your dumbass.
Now
Everybody just came through. We started early.
Yeah.
dinner's made.
We thought they
Rob,
dipped out.
What's up, Pimpin'?
Does your lady make your plate?
of course.
Dinner's made. Did your lady make your plate?
Fuck no.
Dinner's made. Luis, did your lady make your plate?
Fuck, Lou, you gotta play some.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, she does.
She does it for us when we go get
Bring
it.
a spray up.
And does your lady make your plate?
No, sir.
You know what's funny
My
is,
lady-
you know what's funny. Rob's old lady made a plate
She
for me
every
that
so
first
often
night.
she will, but it's not like guaranteed. It's not like every
Did-
automatic.
Or did she bring it to you when you just
Traditional.
handed it?
Dinner's
No,
made.
That's
Does your
the
lady
way-
make your plate?
Yeah, that's
When?
just the way.
When dinner's made, does she make your plate?
No, his daughter does.
Now, dinner's made. My wife's like, here it goes. Okay.
You ain't earned it then.
Her son makes us a plate for her son. But she just, I don't know, some issues. Maybe she grew up. She don't. You know when she does do it, it kind of pisses me off.
Was
When
that-
she faked the funk?
The cheese man.
When like at a family reunion.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, here's your
now,
shit.
now you want to make my plate.
Oh yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, she shows out. She shows out.
my lady would do the same thing. Like if everyone else is being served like that, and then she'll feel bad. And it'll be
hilarious.
You know.
But I don't expect it either because I, she's a white girl, so I don't
t-
expect that.
I'll tell you what's funny. Oh, there's a pizza. Right on.
pizza.
I'll tell you what's funny is my ex-wife.
I got here.
Like when we would go to her family's house, like we'd eat, and then I'd sit there. The plate would sit there because somebody got to pick that motherfucker up. It ain't gonna be me.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? Because that's just how we were raised. And my mom ate dinner at the stove because she was making sure
Right.
everybody had their food and everybody was good. So we didn't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? And she said, "You're not gonna bring your plate to the." There you go. Take it. That's your job. You know what I mean?
In my household, I'm actually the cook as well. Like, but I enjoy it. I like cooking. I don't mind it. Yeah.
So you cook for everybody in the house? You always cook?
Correct. Except for my youngest daughter, because she's my oldest daughter, because she's real picky. She got a certain menu that she. But the baby, she'll eat whatever I cook.
Really?
And my lady, eats whatever I cook.
All right, so
I don't
for-
mind it.
So for other listeners out there, I'm just barely walking in this Big Lou, by the way. I'm assuming you guys were talking about whether or not your ladies serve you or cook for you or something like that.
We're talking about how traditional
non-traditional.
versus non, and the new culture.
Get that shit out, man.
So my wife, she grew up non-traditional. She
Oh, fuck, here
Serve
comes
your
the
shit.
stories.
Is your wife? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's easier if I do it this
Back
way.
in 1980s.
Is your wife Mexican?
half and half.
Half and half. Is she more white than she is Mexican?
I've always said on her dad's side she's white, and on her mom's side she wants to be white. So
So that would be
go figure it out.
okay. So she doesn't serve you. She doesn't, or does she only serve you when there's people around?
So you would think. She actually does serve me even when people are not around. Not that I expect it from her, not that I want it from her, because I know she wasn't brought up the same way I was. But yeah, whether or not she cooks or I cook, she'll step up to the plate and ask if I want something, or even if I don't ask, or she asks me, she'll come up and bring a plate of whatever it is, either what she cooks or I cook. For the most part, I like to cook. Don't get me wrong, I love to cook, and my kids love it when I cook before over my wife cooking. But that being said, my wife will cook, and even if she does cook, she'll ask, or something not even ask, she'll just serve me.
Did you say your kids like your cooking better than your wife?
Oh hell yeah, and she'll even admit to it. She'll admit to that.
My lady likes my cooking over here.
You know why?
Like
we
straight up.
spend a lot of money when we cook.
Not that, no.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
You barbecue. How are kids not gonna love barbecue?
Not always, bro. I could go to a fucking pinche carniceria and get one of those $1.99
Carne asada.
Not always, because you had this different kind of carne asadas. If you want the real good carne asada, it's arrachera or ranchera.
Hold on, you're going into different types of carne asada.
Yeah.
Just save the listeners for a minute.
Or you got this meal.
Were you a fucking butcher at some point? Fuck.
No, but I know. I've been there.
You cook or not?
All right, Tony. Spill the beans.
What's the actual?
Get to the original question.
I don't give a fuck.
So we kind of jumped on something, and you can shed some light on this. You know that Melissa and I, we don't share an account, a bank account.
Right.
So we kind of went on that subject, and then kind of went to like all traditional. But my parents are the same way, so we thought, Mingo thought maybe that was old traditional type thing or new traditional thing, but I don't get that from my parents. I don't do it because of my parents. And then we kind of jumped off like, are you the cook at your house? Are you traditionally served like your meals? Does your wife cook and clean and do all that?
Yeah, my wife serves my plate, and when I'm done eating, whomever gets up first, which usually will be her, will pick up the plate.
Shit, I'd never get up first. If that was the case, I'd be like, when's she gonna get up? Fuck, I want to watch TV.
So again, I mean, like tonight, I got up first. So I took.
Is that why you late? You had to do dishes?
Yeah. Well, I didn't actually do them. I put them in the sink.
Does that include dishes, or you don't do dishes?
I do dishes 10% of the time.
Yeah.
She
I
does
do
them
dishes
most.
when I get home from work. That's when I do dishes. That's about it, though.
One of the craziest things I ever saw growing up when I was married to their mom. We'd go over and have dinner. Her mom or her would pick up the plates, put them in the sink, and the dad would get up and clean all the fucking dishes.
Wow.
Like, what
That's
the
love,
fuck?
bro. That's love.
That's some white people shit.
Well, you're right. My father-in-law cleans the dishes too.
Yeah? I mean, you had a look on your face.
What's wrong with doing dishes?
Do any of you guys have a dishwasher?
That shit's hard.
I don't.
You might as well wash those motherfuckers.
We are the dishwasher. Yeah,
In there.
right?
No, I don't.
You gotta rinse them, do all
I don't.
that shit, scrub
To be honest,
I don't either.
I do. But it's been
You use it
broken
for storage.
No, it's been broken. Yeah, no, you're right.
That's where all my pots and pans are.
It's been broken for the last 4 or 5 years, maybe even longer. So because of my dishwasher being broken, I had to teach my kids how to learn how to how to wash their own dishes. But yeah, no, we have a dishwasher. It's just it doesn't work. So in a sense, it's a good thing because now my kids know how to wash their own dishes.
Okay. I know how to wash dishes too. Okay. And yes, from time to time I have washed dishes, but my wife does wash majority of the dishes.
Then you
But here's
wonder
the
why
thing.
they don't serve you.
Do you know how to swim, or is that a
Wait,
myth?
hold on.
Sorry, everybody.
I spent-
Ice.
That's the ice machine in the background because
Upgraded.
my compa Tony wants some ice.
All
Hold on,
the
Ivan.
time.
Hold on, Ivan.
Okay.
I can't hear you talk because the ice machine's in the background.
Okay, go.
We upgraded all the appliances last year. Okay. Which included a new dishwasher. Brand new. You know how many times she probably used it? Maybe less than 10 times.
Yeah.
Okay. On those one time where she doesn't really feel like washing dishes, then she'll use the dishwasher. it's a good quality dishwasher. I did my research, so I wanted to make sure it was top of the line.
There's some deep issues going on right
There
now.
ain't no diabetes, you know. Just keeping it real.
All you motherfuckers gonna come back next week? Fuck you, me.
I'm gonna be honest right now. I just walked in, and it sounds like you're gonna be in some serious trouble come tomorrow.
I love my wife. Okay,
He said this the 4th time already.
but she has some quirks. Like Tone mentioned, picking up the plates.
Right.
Okay. Now, I serve myself on a rare occasion. Like I may get served. Okay.
Hey, so you're hungry and you got an attitude. You're in the living room waiting.
Remind me to give you a
Welcome to Ivan's last episode.
Yeah, remind me to give you a sleeping bag when you leave.
There have been times. Okay, this is like a little therapy session. There are times. Okay, where I finish, eating. I could be in the living room watching the big screen, whatever.
Right.
She'll get up. She's going that way. So I'll be like, and she'll be like, give me that look. I'm like, really?
First of all, what you did was you picked up your plate and like as you were going to hand it to her. That's why you doing the waitress a favor by taking it off the table.
What's wrong with that?
Because you got to say, could you take this for me?
But I shouldn't even have to ask.
I do that shit to my kids all the time, and they get fucking angry.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? But when I get up, okay, cool. I bring whatever I'm bringing.
Yeah.
But I usually don't get up, so it's usually.
And me being the fucking nice one, he doesn't ask, are you done? And I'll take it for him.
Well, that's part of the pecking order.
No, that's a good son.
Thank you, Lou.
My son, I'm like,
I'm gonna hug you.
I'll walk right by the kitchen and go to my room. I'll be like, hey, son, bring you something to drink.
So
He
T-Bone,
does that shit too, trust me.
back to the bank account situation. You guys have a joint account, correct?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, there's an allowance of some sort that some people get, correct?
Yes. What it is she gets X amount of dollars a week for groceries.
Fuck that. Oh, for groceries, okay.
And that's just because if it's one of those things that you got to put a cap on it, because it just gets out of control and unnecessarily out of control.
I've seen your pantry.
What kind of Puerto Rican are you that you have a cap on groceries?
Because again, it's one of those things
We're
that
talking groceries. We're not talking about clothing or shoes.
Well, no, wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
T-Bone got his pantry is stocked up nice.
Like, hold on, though. Like, what do you mean out of control? Like, what's out of control? I guess is what I'm.
buying stuff that you need next month, buying it today.
She's got some foresight.
Buying two
No.
horses.
No, do explain.
I tell you,
do
bro.
explain.
Say that again.
Do explain.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay quiet on this subject.
No, I don't have an example off the top of my head, but no, it's one of those things that, again, we know some people that will go to the grocery store every day and drop $40, $50. It's like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's my son.
Okay, so it's like, and she gets mad sometimes when I say this. It's like, here you go, make it happen. This is what we got, And again, if we don't want for, like nephew just said, the pantry's stacked. So we
Stacked.
So why? Yeah, exactly. It's just a waste of money.
No. Not that I'm trying to call out my combatone here, but I need to learn from my combatone because believe me, my combatone has a stacked pantry. I don't, and yet.
Well, you got four big ass kids too.
Well, I got 4 kids too.
Big old kids too.
6'5". Come on,
no,
man.
exactly. I find myself thinking like, man, we're missing a couple things. Whether it be something as simple as eggs or milk. So that's why I was asking my combatone. Not that I'm trying to call him out, but like I'm trying to take some notes here because, you're right, Robbie. You're right. I have 4 kids, and there's been times when what, we don't have any bacon, we don't have any milk, we don't have any butter. What's going on? So it's not that happens every weekend or once a month, but every now and then it does happen. It does come out. So I want to see what my compa does because I want to take some notes because my compa's pantry. And I've been in my compa's pantry before. He's like.
Is it after you've been drinking at his house for a while and they just catch you there?
Before, during, and after. Before, during, and after. My compa's ready for the fucking Armageddon, dude. And I need to take some notes off my compa because
he's gonna run. What are you talking about, man?
My compa does it. He does it right.
He does got earthquake.
My compa does it right. He's earthquake's proof right now.
You're right, Lude. Man, there's a lot of things I've taken from Anthony, Tony, T-Bone Steak. I know Pacheco. Yeah, I know Rob feels trying to call him Tony, but
it feels weird.
A good example is besides the pantry action, every time I've already peeked in his pantry, I shop the way his pantry looks. All name brand. Cookies, Oreos, Chips Ahoy. I ain't fucking around.
Funny story about that. When my kids were like in elementary school, my daughter had a friend that slept over one weekend.
That's a hood.
And they were having breakfast, so they pulled out some cereal, and she was like, "Oh my God, you got name brand cereal?"
Damn.
And my daughter's like, "What are you talking about?"
There's other kind of cereal?
That ain't that shit that gets soggy when the milk gets. You gotta eat it quick.
Should we get cereal in the bag, fool? What are you talking about?
I got something that's been happening the last.
So hold on. I got some of those cookies too. My cookies are called Rio.
Hey, those.
Go ahead, Rob.
My son. So he's one of them kids where everybody comes to the house. So every day there's 5-6 kids at the house. So all of a sudden, lately, the last 2 weeks, they've been cooking. Right, I'm talking 3-stage meals, bro. Like pancakes, eggs, bacon, and this is like every day and shit. So we bought 318 flats of eggs. Gone in a day and a half.
Damn.
Right? So I walk out, and then they leave all the dishes and take off. So I tell them yesterday I walk in, I'm like, hey, if you motherfuckers gonna be coming here to eat, make sure you clean up your shit, Chef Boyardee, right? And they started cracking up. But now I'm like, damn, bro, this shit's expensive, man. Like Lou said, I walk in the fridge and it's like cricket. Shit like
no, and I'm glad you said Chef Boyardee because growing up, I don't remember Chef Boyardee being expensive. But now that I think back on it, I don't remember my parents ever buying Chef Boyardee because
she had one fucking can and she thought she was making fucking fideo. You thought she was making you your fucking SpaghettiOs and shit.
Was Chef Boyardee that pricey? Because even today, I don't buy Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, it's like $1 a can, $1 and change a can.
I'm telling you, I didn't even buy hamburger helper, or my mom didn't buy a hamburger helper.
Hey, those
she wanted to help herself and fucking hamburger to help her.
Those Oreos don't even got sugar on them. Only in certain spots.
I'm telling you, I never had Chef Boyardee, hamburger helper, because everything that we had, my mom made from scratch.
Damn,
it is what it is. It was what it was.
You guys fuck with that manwood shit?
Oh yeah,
that's just
sloppy Joe's.
It's pretty good.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't had it in a while, but it is good.
My lady ordered that shit on Instacart. I say you better instantly take that shit back.
You're gonna try it, right? You're gonna eat about 4 or 5 of them, and then that's it.
Yeah, right.
Pretty good. Yeah.
What is that, sloppy Joe type shit, right?
Yeah,
man.
And it is sloppy.
It's like a chili burger.
Is it?
Yeah, it's good though.
Man, I haven't tried it, but I don't trust no meat in the can.
All right, I gotta say this. Lately, I've been seeing all of you guys throwing in our group text some beautiful pictures of some of the stuff you guys been cooking and making. I challenge all of us to do a manwich, hamburger helper, Chef Boyardee, whatever dish.
Oh, Lou, you don't want to smoke.
No. And bring it over here.
You're still practicing on your barbecue, bro.
To one of our podcasts.
Call it a potluck podcast.
Hold up. Mingo's gonna be the taste guy or what?
Potluck podcast.
You guys trying to get free dinner, Seabass?
Or in my case,
cooked meal.
I wish I had
Like your dish, like your favorite, your signature dish, like B. Bobby Flay type shit.
Oh, you know what my favorite?
That dry ass chicken.
No, you know what I grew up with, and a lot of people don't like it. I don't know why. Spam.
Who the fuck doesn't know spam?
Spam is nasty, man.
A lot of people
It's
from
salty, but it's
spam.
good.
You could only eat about 2 or 3 bites of Spam before that shit tastes like.
Are you kidding me?
In Hawaii, bro. I don't know what they
I'll
do, but they
I'll
cook
take
it.
Spam
Nice
over
in
filet
Hawaii.
mignon in a heartbeat.
Bro, you cube that shit up.
I don't know about all that, Lou.
You-
Ham
I'm
over
sorry,
filet
like,
mignon. Hold on.
complicated as fuck, but
Hold on.
you know,
Hold on.
If you went to Kobe's
You ain't even
and eggs
nipping
had
together.
Spam
Hold on.
or
We're
filet
all
mignon,
talking over
you
each
said?
other. We need one at a time.
Go ahead.
No.
It's Lou.
So you cube it up.
It's you too, fucker. You're
I'm
not.
trying to get a shit started. Lou keep talking.
I hear Mingo calling me. Cube
You,
it up.
no, you cube up the Spam, and then you onions and fucking tomato,
Garlic.
cilantro, a little bit of garlic,
Jalapeno.
and it's not done until the little squares have a little bit of brown on it.
Like a cube.
Make you a fucking fried egg.
And then it comes like a pepper.
But here's
That's
the
called
thing.
caramelization.
Why do that? Instead of just getting some carne asada and do that. You know why you do that? Because that's the last shit in the cabinet that you can
Fuck yeah. Hey, bro, one year for fucking Thanksgiving.
Nobody eats that shit.
One year for Thanksgiving, my mom had beans and a stack of corn tortillas. We had fucking bean dip that year for
Fire, that's
Thanksgiving.
fire right there.
I might be exaggerating over filet mignon, but
Yeah, you
believe me, growing up, eating some Spam the way my mom made it, I didn't know what the fuck filet mignon was back in those days. Man,
what Spam
I'm
is,
telling
right?
you,
It's artificial
I-
ham.
I don't. No, it's beyond ham, bro.
Yes,
Shit.
it's assholes
It's
and
artificial, but still.
buttholes.
But the way
It's a fucking
my
hot-
mother made it,
It's a
bro.
military ration.
It's a hot dog and a
That's why they made
fucking.
With nothing but
Bro.
preservatives in it, so
Don't
it
give a
lasts
fuck.
long. It don't
It
even
was-
digest in your body.
That's why they give it to
It's
fucking
okay,
Mexicans and
that's
poor
fine.
kids.
They made that back
That's
in the
Mexican,
Harbor days, right?
Filipinos. Who else adapted it? Fucking
Hawaiians?
That's why it's
Koreans,
huge in Hawaii.
Correct.
Hawaiian.
Left over.
It's huge in Hawaii
Almost
because
every military base around the world has adopted it and made it their own.
you know
Spam
why?
is the shit, bro.
Because you can ship it, bro.
It stores long.
Yeah.
And it stores long.
Because I
That's
bet
the
you
only
can go to
reason why they
fucking.
use it in Hawaii.
I bet you can go to fucking Vietnam and find a can of that shit in the fucking jungle
Yeah.
and still be able to eat that shit.
It probably
Can won't
would
be
be in
swollen.
English, but you recognize it too. Shit.
You're right. You're right.
Lou sounds like they do from Bubba Gump. Like, I got shrimp gumbo. I got
Right?
fried
I
shrimp.
got spam gumbo. I got spam balaya.
All right, have you ever forced your kids to eat it?
I didn't force them. I cooked it. I offered. Well, I made it for them. They ate it. They didn't question it.
Have they ate it again since?
You don't know how often.
Yes
I
or
cook
no?
spam. You don't know how often I cook spam.
Fuck,
my
man.
kids eat spam.
We might have to put a
Except for the
GoFundMe for
oldest,
it.
for the exception of my oldest daughter, but that's because she's vegetarian. Aside from that,
She can
my
eat.
kids love spam.
Ain't no meat in that shit. She can eat it.
Hey, she could eat it. I'm telling you, you could eat that shit. You could even melt it and make candle out of it. Shit.
So we're gonna go back because you two guys weren't here when we first started out, and I'm interested to know your answers.
Yes.
Was there ever anything that you lied to your wife about before you got married that she found out after the wedding?
Wow.
Judging by the look on your face,
priceless.
that's a yes.
Yeah.
Look at the
Priceless.
time. I gotta get going.
It came out on the podcast.
That's why I've been done.
About the
Oh,
stripper.
that's right.
When I say the stripper at my bachelor party
Well, another stripper.
was
Anything
was
else?
from high school, and I used to have a crush on her in high school. Well, my wife didn't know that. I mean, not that was a big deal, but
Boy, you missed a bullet. I'm just saying.
So everything my wife knows about me, I told her everything.
She knows
Amen.
about your third nipple?
He's got kids.
How the fuck am I supposed to hide that one, bro?
Makeup.
Now you know what?
Band-Aids?
I really, off the top of my head, anything that she found out afterwards, I can't recall me not telling her in advance. Honestly, I
What the fuck did you just say?
anything that she found out afterwards, after we got married, I can't.
You're a bad dude, Lou.
Honestly,
The podcast doesn't have a fucking EAS button, bro. They can't. There's no closed captioning. There's no
What
fucking.
the fuck did he just say?
I'm trying to fucking slice at this question. That's in other words.
You're don't
Try
listen to
to
his
pick it
shovel, man.
Pick it up.
He's making it work.
Oh, he's dead.
You're a bad. Yeah, you're a bad dude, Lou.
Just pull the cord, bro.
Oh,
Just
my God.
fucking holy
so
shit.
was that question answered?
By every
Was there anything juicy that we should know about, or should I just have to wait?
Yeah, there was
I
nothing
say
really.
something.
Oh, Ivan's been in there.
That's why he's in the doghouse.
Ivan and Lou are done, bro. They're fucking done. Don't expect them here on Thursday.
So one thing, okay, so
Look, Lou's still scared. He's trying to clean that shit up. Look.
See how long he's waited to try to figure out how to say it so that
one thing my wife found out after we got married was when we went to.
I don't even need to fucking hear it.
We're gonna forget the fucking question by the time he gets to it.
Do you want the story or not?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we do. I want to
So
see it.
okay, so I got.
We only got about an hour left though, so speed her up.
I'm about to take out 45 minutes of your time. One of my bosses. One of my bosses, and I'm not either. Fuck.
Jesus Christ, tell the story.
I'm about to. Stop interrupting me. You want 45 minutes or 50 minutes? So anyway, one of my old bosses had jazz tickets for him and his wife. They couldn't make it.
You're killing my son.
I'm sorry. So one of my old bosses offered me some jazz tickets because him and his wife couldn't make it. I took him jazz tickets. And this was at the old Greek Theater out in LA, which I don't think even exists anymore, right? You want to listen to the story?
I'm gonna hear it tomorrow.
Man, go fucking ask the motherfucker. Man, go ask the question. I'm gonna do an answer. I don't give a 2-second answer. I'm sorry.
You're fucking, you know,
podcast.
your accent fucked it up the way you heard it. It wasn't.
Sit down and come back to it.
It wasn't jazz tickets. It was ass tickets.
I haven't paid attention to
It was a fucking Greek Theater jazz concert. It was jazz tickets.
What
Okay.
happened? You took another chick.
I feel like I was there.
No, fool. Me and my wife went to the jazz concert.
Before
You want to hear the story or not?
But you got drunk and left her there. What happened?
So we were there.
If you don't fucking hurry up, I'm gonna make up my own story.
Motherfucker, you asked me the question. I'm about to give you the answer.
Okay, I got it.
So fast forwarding a little bit, my wife was like
Nice, thank you.
6 months pregnant, whatever she was. I have a pregnant
Before
wife
you
at the
were married?
fucking Greek Theater.
You fast forward.
I go to the fucking drink line to get me a fucking beer and a diet soda for my wife. And right there at the bar, there's like people bartending or attending to you, and there was this fine ass chick, nice chick, and like a bunch of other dudes in the fucking beverage, fucking whatever.
The bar.
The bar. So, okay, so I'm approaching
the fucking bartender at the bar.
whatever you fucking call those people, fucking give you the drink.
Shut up, bro.
So I'm approaching the front of the line, and I see that there's of all the group, of all the people there, there's a fine ass chick right there in the front, or right there fucking working it.
Front is good, yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I hope she fucking picks me. I hope she fucking picks me, right?
Well, you're getting drinks for your pregnant wife?
Shut up! Shut up!
Right, because your pregnant wife's thirsty and you're
My
thinking
pregnant
about the
wife is
fucking hot
thirsty.
chick behind the counter.
So
I'm with you.
So I'm in the front of the line. I'm like, please pick me, please pick me, please pick me. And lo and behold, some other dude fucking said the next person in line. I'm like, fuck. So I go to this next person in line, and he happens to be next to this finance chick, right? So I go up to him like, let me have a diet soda and 2 beers. Obviously, I was ordering 2 beers for myself.
Sure, there you go.
Right.
Right, of course.
Yeah, because your pregnant wife wasn't
And he
there.
comes back
Of
to
course
me
you gotta
and he
drink 2 beers.
says,
Line was long.
and he comes back to me and says, if you come back to my line, I'll give you all your drinks for free. I'm like, oh shit. So long story short, I go back and give my wife to her drink. My beers are gone. I get back in line. I go all the way to the front. I'm the next one in line. And who calls me up? The fine ass chick, right? Next in line. I told the person behind me.
She got a deep voice.
Next in line. So I told the person behind me, I do, go ahead. The dude that called me up, I winked at him. I'm like, I'm coming to you next. And so sure enough, I go to homeboy, and what did he do all night long? Hooks me up with free drinks all night long. I didn't tell my wife anything that night, right?
He does or she does?
He does.
No, he did.
Bartender.
Homeboy. He's the guy that told me, if you keep coming to my line, you got drinks for free all night long.
Oh, I thought it was.
He didn't tell you what you had to do for the drinks, though.
No, exactly. So, long story short, I kept going to that.
Little kiss of
So
doom.
every time I got in the front of the line, I kept telling everybody, go ahead, bro. my wife didn't know this.
Circle jerk.
Long story short, she didn't know this until like weeks, months later.
Beso.
So as the concert ended, and lo and behold, every time I got to the front of the line, homegirl kept calling me up. After that first time, homegirl got me all the time.
So wait a minute.
I don't get it.
Shit. Let him finish questions later, please.
All right, go.
So you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, you
So
jerk
the
off a
first
dude.
time around,
No, I know.
homegirl called me out, but homegirl, my first time around, she didn't call me. I got somebody else. But he said, "You keep coming to me, I'll keep giving you drinks
Hey, yes,
for free."
get past that
We
part.
heard that 3 times.
So every time I got to the front of the line,
I see you're real proud about that.
no, but every time I got to the front of the line, lo and behold, I kept getting that.
Yes! Get past it.
But I'm saying,
What's the punchline?
okay, so long story
What'd
short,
you do for those free drinks, Lou? Tell me.
Because it keeps getting longer.
Tell me.
If you end up in the
I
park,
didn't know this shit until like many months later. But as we were leaving the concert, me and my wife were leaving, hand in hand. Homeboy looked at me like,
you cheating bastard.
"You bitch."
Oh,
No,
man.
I read his lips, dude. He said,
Right.
I bet you did.
"Bitch." And at that point, no, I said, I had to tell my wife right there because she looked at him and looked at me. What the fuck is he doing?
This before or
Let me-
after you got married? Or that day?
No, she was pregnant. She was already pregnant with my first child.
So was that before you got pregnant, or before you got married, or after?
No, we got pregnant after we got married. So.
Okay.
You should have just told the listeners that
Your
you
whole
kissed them.
story is invalid. Got it.
So to all your listeners, I like to tell long stories, and these guys get on my case for that.
So what you're saying is
Nothing.
you went
Same shit.
you went semi-gay for the night for a couple of drinks,
The same thing that happened with that hoodie.
right?
I might not be easy, but I am cheap.
So I got one question.
Oh, man.
Big Lou, were you wearing your USC jersey with the?
I was an 80s style USC jersey.
Hey, I swear,
That
dude,
you
we
wore in
went-
2019.
No, he gave it to his
I
son.
look sexy like a motherfucking shit.
When we went to the USC game,
funky
bro,
Cole Medina.
I swear, when we went in line, we all acted like we were not with him. I'm not bullshit.
And yet, I'm the one that had a fucking drink tickets that only my boy Champ here, Steve.
Yeah, we ran it.
He ran it.
You
got
guys
some
didn't
funny
watch the
looks,
game.
but we
You
ran it.
fools were at the bar the whole time, man.
No, as a matter of fact, I think it was my homie that hooked it up for us because he had a season ticket. He hooked us up with the beer garden.
Oh, because now I know why we got free drinks. I thought it was something else.
I was saying, have you been back to the Jazz Theater to kind of clear things up with the guy, or
Man.
Yeah, real talk, Lou. What were you wearing that day where you were giving off gay vibes?
Bro, when you're good looking, it doesn't matter if it's a girl or a dude.
no? That's not true, dude.
No, it is.
No.
Bro.
He might be right, though. 'Cause I've been hitting
Dude,
on a
we
lot.
went Greek theater. Look it up. You have to be dressed up as a jazz concert. You don't fucking drop.
I mean, you're not fucking playing. You're going to watch it.
Do you think
You weren't wearing chaps and a
Do
pasty.
you think I showed up with a fucking? Do you think I went with an '80s jersey, fucking netted? Fucking 80s style jersey. No, I went to the Greek theater for a jazz concert. You gotta look spiffy. You do.
Yeah, that's jazz.
And I was there. I was
So you had to,
in my
Taco meat
mid
hanging
to
out.
late 20s. I was young, still looking good. I'm not like I am now. I'm older, still looking good, but older.
I heard that, Lou.
No, yeah. So whether
All right, Lou.
whether you're straight or not, dude, when you look good.
I don't know about the dress socks with the tennis shoes, but you know, you could.
I'm not here to pick up.
shit.
Hey,
I'm not here to pick up on you.
basically, what you're telling us is you used your looks, no matter who it was, to get what you wanted.
I didn't do it intentionally.
That's a true American, though.
Wait, you standing in line 5 times. That's intentional.
You went to the dude.
So, and you got
I took advantage of the
Mingo,
I ain't mad at
Mingo,
you.
do me a favor, man. Reiterate the question that you just asked, just so I can figure out if I comprehended this story.
dude, it was like an hour ago. I don't even fucking remember.
There's three words in the question that are important that Lou missed.
Right.
Before your marriage.
Not the day of. Not the day
Not
of.
the day of, not after.
But what was
Hey,
the secret? Yeah, but
You're supposed to tell your wife.
Well, he had a love affair with a man for a couple hours so that he can get free drinks drinks for everybody.
That was-
So before the marriage,
He missed out on a fine female.
right?
the old shit, exactly.
Yeah.
Before my marriage, nothing. No,
That's
I got
good for
no
the listeners,
I got
right?
So in
nothing.
other words,
Big Lou.
again,
Thank you. That's all we've been
Means
wanting to know
fucking
for
nothing.
45
But I
minutes.
still brought in an interesting topic. I still got picked up on.
Oh,
But regardless of
Please,
male or
fuck it.
female, because I look
Put it
good,
down.
not because I'm fucking wearing what I'm wearing right now.
You're the man.
I then.
You're a
Big
bad
Lou,
dude.
devastatingly handsome, bro.
Still my dog,
but
Lou.
dumber than a rock.
I still fuck with Lou. I'm still gonna fuck with Lou.
Oh, we always he be the last man standing, bro. Probably trying to get free drinks.
Love all these motherfuckers, but for all you loyal listeners, do not make these guys your
I don't
friends.
know. I think,
Otherwise,
you see,
you guys.
I think you see my pictures of the dude, last man standing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, I've seen him flop.
yeah.
One
But Lou
day,
pounds, though.
one
Lou
New
be
Year,
pounding.
We got some.
Oh, man.
We got some
Oh,
brownies, right? My buddy.
That's
some
different.
brownies. So we're partying and stuff, and Big Lou, for some reason, he was on it that night. It's like a rave concert. He's getting down, dude. So
Concerts of-
all of a sudden, like, he just hits the floor and knocks out.
I hit the floor. I sat down.
Yes, he did.
I
You
sat
hit
down
the
and
fucking
said-
floor. Bullshit.
Good
Bullshit.
God,
So
God,
then
God. I sat down.
I get in
couldn't
trouble,
up.
right?
I couldn't get up.
Because I brought the brownies, and she's like, he only said he had one. I was like, this fool's popping those motherfuckers like Tic Tacs and shit. He said, the next day I said, dude, how many did you? He said, I had 8, man. He was gone for the night. God, hey, they had to carry his ass to the room. Everybody had to pick his ass up and carry him to the room. It was crazy, man.
Look, for those
Hold on
for
a
all
second.
you
Get
loyal
ready,
listeners that know about techno, house, electronica.
EDM raves.
The last time I did a good rave was Vegas EDC 2011.
Jesus
He said,
Christ.
I went to Burning Man last year.
What the fuck?
If you
Cut him off now, man.
if you look up Big Daddy Louie, you will see me.
Don't look up Big Daddy. Please, for the love of
You
Christ,
gonna see
don't do
Baby
that to
Dick.
yourself.
It was Sunday morning as we were finishing up the Saturday night rave. That's the picture you guys saw. It was Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning as we were leaving the Saturday night concert. That was the biggest. That was the last freaking rave I did. But yeah, when you saw me, Rob, I think I don't know how I passed out because if I survived EDC 2011, I couldn't survive my backyard 2019 or whatever the fuck it was, dude. Yeah, that's what it was. But yes, long story short. Rob stuff is some good shit.
There is no long story short with you.
Yeah, there is a though.
Long
But long story short,
It's long story longer, goddammit.
Rob's edibles are the best in town because those,
can't breathe no more.
those sit your ass down.
I got in trouble.
Why can't you do that anymore? You got in trouble?
Yeah, well, listen, y'all. My husband's in a coma.
But EDC 2011, Las Vegas. So.
All right. Hey, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Champion HVAC. Again, coming through for us, 760-360-7500. It is that time of the year going to get your AC checked out, so make sure you do that. Also, his sister Erica, it's her birthday, right? Make sure you give her a shout out because she's gonna be upset if you don't. She told me.
Yesterday, she's a listener, man. She listens. She's
It's not just that
religious.
time of the year, though. I have the annual maintenance package with Champion HVAC. You need to get it because it's not just in the summertime, but you also need it in the wintertime. Make sure you guys get that annual maintenance because they'll show up and take care of your not just air conditioning, but your heating needs as well during the wintertime.
Absolutely.
Because I got the package. I'm just saying. I'm just promoting them because I had
The guy at the jazz place knows you got it too. Don't worry about it. Do you guys want to take a break and smoke and eat again, or yeah?
You jumped on that shit quick.
All right, everybody. So we
Kumite the chair.
So we took a quick break, and during the break, we're all sitting in wooden chairs, and Lou somehow managed to
Bust a whole leg.
break a leg off the chair, and
The leg chair, by the way. The chair leg, by the way, not his own leg.
Correct.
and caught himself midair. Never landed on the ground.
Never, hands never touched the ground.
So for those of you that don't know Lou, what are you? 6'3"?
6'5".
You're 6'5"?
Damn.
Good.
6'4".
Yeah, he's 6.
A good 310.
6'4", 6'5".
4'10".
No more. Yeah, about 3'10". Yes, you're right.
Yeah, on a good day.
When the wind's blowing?
10. That's 100% correct.
It was like one of those old school kung fu movies where the master.
They pull a chair off from under when you're just still sitting there.
So back about 15 years ago, I used to study.
Fucking hell, bro.
I used to study white crane karate. So yes, I was standing on one fucking leg like a white crane.
Punch the
To
cock.
keep my fucking balance.
It was impressive.
Oh, that was impressive, right?
Oh man, I seen the whole thing live action.
Fucking Karate Kid has nothing on me, bro. Like fucking one leg in the holding my balance.
That whole move and stance and balance will be imprinted in my mind forever, Lou. Because that was impressive.
Lou, how many different disciplines do you know?
Just white crane, bro.
Just white crane?
Just white crane.
And that's what you run the Kumite with?
Yes, I did. I haven't practiced or studied in over, I don't know, 8-10 years.
Well, you were practicing at Steve's house when you punched him.
When the cast come on.
Sorry, I feel bad for the concrete. The driveway.
By the way, that's not the kind of concrete that you're supposed to try to break.
And just to be clear, I've been hitting the jaw with that same move. Football.
Poor Steve.
Fucking Lou, man.
Yeah, I don't think you realize how strong you are, man.
Hey, but Ivan ain't too small over here too. I'm in between. I'm 5'8", 225. I'm in between 2 6'5" dudes over here, man. But Ivan's a big dude too.
Oh yeah, I've been like really petite.
He's 6'4".
Twin
6'4".
No, you're 6'5", bro.
6'5",
I'm 6'4",
6'4".
you're 6'5".
6 without shoes, 6'4".
Hey,
330.
Rob sizing you around like I'll still dunk on your ass.
You don't want none in basketball.
Rob like 4
that
foot
shit off.
nothing.
But with
Rob.
his ass.
Rob likes to talk, okay, but real talk, Robbie, you get fucked up.
Oh, crazy.
Okay.
I got money,
Okay,
homie.
you get fucked up.
I'll trade. Hey, there's a
Okay.
I'm a
Hey, don't fuck around. I got some boxing gloves in the garage. They ain't been open yet.
Basketball.
Oh, basketball. Okay.
I'm big people. I shoot them.
Hey, shut your mouth. We got San Diemon's greatest right here.
Look,
San
He
Diemon's
probably got
greatest.
a glass jaw.
look. Okay. I still got the tapes. You want to see the tapes?
I've been waiting for you to call us over. That's right. I lent you my fucking VCR.
I'm going to get them converted to digital.
I lent you the
Right, those are
VCR.
a couple other
fucker.
tapes that I
Hey, speaking of which, man, when we first pulled up, Mingo had mentioned that he got a little action going on with that.
Yeah, if you have reel to reels, like 8 millimeters or
He ain't that old.
Nah, this is VHS.
oh yeah, I ain't got nothing from that.
Well, back to that though, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's still a machine I bought that if you have 8 millimeter, I can change them and convert them to digital onto a hard drive or a thumb drive or anything like that.
T-Bone Fred got a bunch of those. He'd been making movies when he was younger
Oh, is that right?
with all the Terrans and the Cruzes and Cortezes.
Yeah, we did it because we have videos of like when it flooded out here. We first moved out here, it flooded and there was mud like about that much inside the whole house, and they videoed all that bullshit. And there's one from Easter one time so my uncle used to work for the power grid there in Parker on the California side. We used to work on the dam right there, the Parker Dam, and they have a private swimming hole for the people that worked at the dam. So we would go up there every year, and that's where he would throw a party, and we'd have our own fucking swimming hole from the fucking Colorado River right there behind the mountains. It was sick. It was fun.
Nice.
So you'd go up there, videos of us shooting out there and whatnot. So we put all that shit together.
So this all comes back 362. My white crane balance that these guys were impressed with. Yes, I didn't fall.
Shit's old, dude.
Speaking of Karate Kid, did you mention it? Anybody
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
that show?
That show's
Yeah.
the shit.
That's a Cobra
Dude,
Kai.
That show's the shit.
That's the shit. I finished
I
it.
love that
today.
fucking
Every
series,
season.
bro.
I'm fiending.
Dude, I just watched the episode where he went back to where Mr. Miyagi was born.
And his old chick was
And his old chick was there.
Dude, that's
Man, that's high.
Dude, you ever seen it?
Wait, the Okay, we say old chick. Was it the,
Like
the
his old
first
lady.
one?
Like
The Asian girl.
Oh, the Asian.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You didn't see it?
I started watching it. I have not finished it.
Dude,
do it.
if
Yeah,
you
do
remember
it.
the little girl he saved on the electrical pole,
She was there.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
in
yeah,
it
yeah.
too.
She was in the
She
dude.
helps
Yeah.
him buy the
Dude.
pad, dude.
Yeah.
dog,
She helps him with the
All
cars,
those
right?
characters. All those characters.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Because apparently one of the guys that one of the other business owners cuts him out from being able to buy cars, so he was going to lose his dealership. So he goes back to Okinawa, and the girl that was up in the fucking telephone pole ends up working for Audi or the company that he buys his car from, Toyota, or their version of Toyota for the show, and saves his business.
And that girl that he jacked from old dude, he's in it too.
Yeah.
Comes back.
yeah.
Yeah.
When we were watching, I was like, "Oh, that's my wife didn't see Karate Kid 2, that movie." So I was like, "That dude, that's his nemesis in that movie." I said at one point at the end, he comes swinging down like Batman off of some cables, and then they showed it. I was like, "Look, that's right there."
Well, you gotta tell me, is Karate Kid Part 2 better than Karate Kid Part 1? Because to me, Part 2 was better than Part 1 by just a little bit. To me, by just a little bit. I mean,
Different.
for me,
Yeah,
it's
it's
different.
different. Yeah, it's different.
But,
You know what? I think the movie overall was probably better, Karate Kid 2, but you can't beat the end
correct.
of
You
Karate
can't
Kid 1.
beat what happened in Karate
Yeah,
Kid
the
1.
ending of it.
I mean, look,
He did an illegal kick.
Think about this. If you guys
Get a
watch,
white crane.
if you guys watch Cobra Kai, dude, Daniel LaRusso, he's fucked up over that shit from when he was a kid.
Dude, if
Dude,
you
he's driving by, he sees Cobra Kai studio, he's like, oh shit! It took him back. He's like, yeah, Bully's fucked up.
yeah, if you watch that show, it shows you the true shit that happened, and that Daniel LaRusso, like, he made all that shit happen. He fucked with that dude
Right.
and made all that shit happen.
Yeah,
he
that-
was a
He
bad
was
guy.
actual
Yeah.
bully. He was
He was a
actual
real
bully.
bully.
And
Yeah.
part 2, I mean, this Cobra Kai, Daniel LaRusso's kind of the bad dude, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Kind of.
'Cause I-
He was.
Daniel
He was actually a
LaRusso-
bad guy.
Hey, you need
Why?
to chill out.
Why
He
is he the
stole
bad
his
guy?
girlfriend. He stole his fucking radio boombox.
Correct.
No, not back then. The new
He
one.
He threw water up in the shower
The
head.
new one.
Exactly. He was taking a
He
piss.
started all the beef.
No,
No.
these fools-
Yeah.
He did.
He was smoking a joint.
Yeah.
Wait, what? In the show, or the
And
movie?
homeboy started
And-
walking
and-
up.
In the
We're talking
movie.
Hold on.
Oh, the show,
Everybody's
no,
talking
in the
all over.
movie. In the movie, Daniel LaRusso, he's actually the bad dude. Like
He's the
bully.
instigator.
He's the instigator.
Yes. If
I
you
don't
stop and
remember.
think, if you
in
stop and think
Cobra
about it,
Kai.
he is.
No, in Cobra Kai he is not in the.
No, if you look
Doesn't
at
matter
it,
what
No, he
Cobra
ain't.
Kai in the movie. He's the instigator.
How's
Think
he
about
the
it.
instigator?
Cobra Kai just proved that he was the instigator.
you go back and the fucking white guy, what's his name?
Johnny.
Johnny wasn't fucking with him. He's the one that put the water hose over the bathroom
Dude,
stall.
John, this is what happened.
Think about it. He stole his girlfriend.
He didn't
Danny
steal her,
LaRusso stole
bro. They
Johnny's
were broken
girlfriend.
up. They were broken
Kind
up.
of, sort of.
No, they were broken up.
Look.
She still could have gone back to him if it wasn't for Danny
He didn't
LaRusso.
steal his lady.
Nah.
You were the
She went
instigator
with him.
too, growing up.
No,
She
no.
was never his lady to begin with.
That fool grabbed
Straight
the
up.
radio and pushed him on the floor, and Daniel got up and socked him, and it was over after that. Dude whipped his ass.
No.
Johnny was the bully. He took the girl's radio, grabbed it, and remember, he was like, hey, man, give her radio back.
Radio.
Yeah, bro, that's
I
how
don't
it
see how you
started.
can beat a bully when you getting your ass whooped for like half the movie.
Exactly.
Until you get with the.
He finally
No,
gets
no, I
some
didn't say he was the
revenge.
bully. I said he was the
Fuck this.
instigator to everything.
No, the original fight.
He caused all that shit.
Was the girl's radio, and he was like, "Hey, man, just
So Rob,
don't mess
you're
with the radio."
dating a girl. You're in high school. You have a little iffy.
I lived it.
shaky
I lived-
moments,
yeah.
and all of a sudden, a homeboy comes from fucking out of town, fucking East Coast.
New
I
York.
was that
Now
dude.
all of a sudden steps up to the plate in front of you and your girl. You're trying to work things out, and all of a sudden, homeboy steps up
How
to the
the
plate.
fuck you know they were trying to work?
Who
things
fault
out?
is that?
She broke up with his ass.
Step your game up, Big Lou.
They were still trying to figure things out, bro.
I don't even remember this in the movie at all.
Wow, that's some
I
bullshit.
know.
We all some grown
I
ass
know.
men
Yeah, but-
talking and arguing about karate fucking.
But did that
kids.
one-
Me, bro, the 80s were the best years of my life.
That was a shit ass movie, bro.
There's that one
You know what?
scene-
We gotta see that shit again.
There's a one scene where they're at the dance and the homeboy's in the bathroom stall rolling up a J,
Exactly.
and Daniel LaRusso runs
Look
in
at
and throws
John.
that water hose in the,
So
you know, and then he gets jumped, and then he gets
My
beat for
fault.
that.
So of
Get
all of
back.
us, I'm about to call my boy Rob.
What do you
right
expect?
now, I'm gonna call you out.
Well, you got
You're
beat
in the
up before
bathroom
that.
stall. You're in the bathroom stall. You're rolling up your J. You're feeling good. You're about to, you know what, call it a night. Feeling good for the night. Now all of a sudden, homie who just took your girl You're just chilling in the fucking stall, minding your own business.
You already got to that part.
Spit that shit.
And all of a sudden, fucking spraying your ass with a fucking water hose.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Exactly.
I'm gonna be like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, fuck, that's probably that fool who I've been fucking with for the last 6 weeks.
I got that shit.
Let me go get him, beat his ass some more.
Straight up.
That's what it is.
Hey, but
They
for real,
ran
man.
that fool off the road and
Instigator.
fucked his bike up.
Yeah,
It's the
I hate
fucking
this stupid
game.
like, I hate
Because he was an instigator, bro.
Instigator, bro.
I gotta watch that.
He caused all that shit.
Everybody
Look,
go home and watch that shit.
Look,
again.
hold on. No. Hold on.
Make the 3 karate kids.
All right,
Watch them.
all right. Hold on, real quick.
There's
the third one with the-
Hold on. Time out.
Time out.
Are you telling me that let's say you got into some shit with somebody kicked your ass.
Okay.
The next day in school, you're gonna go the opposite direction. You say, "Oh shit, there they are. I gotta go that way." That motherfucker didn't go that way. He went right to them or went and did some shit while they were there, and
As he should.
because he's an instigator.
No, he didn't.
because he
ran
standing up
from
for
them.
himself.
He ran from them. When his first day of school, he seen them. That fool took off running like a little bitch.
You need to see the movie again.
I know the movie. I watched it like 3 weeks ago.
And you know what? They never should have done a fucking remake with fucking what's his name and Will Smith's
What's
son.
his name?
Oh yeah, that ruined.
That was
Oh, wait, hold up.
That's not right.
Ain't got nothing to do because it got nothing to do because
Who the fuck wants to be
take that shit right the fuck out.
I wasn't thinking that.
That ain't even Karate Kid.
That dude's black.
Hold up. Hold up.
Who's baby?
That was the best one.
Oh yeah, that shit was
Did it
funny.
become racial all of a sudden?
Oh,
Jesus
So,
Christ.
Good job
champ,
for catching up, Lou.
I was just
Long story short, Lou.
It's like in the 80s. Fuck it. Champ,
Short story shorter.
short story. We're going to Champ's house for fucking, he has a projector, and we're going to watch fucking all 5 Karate Kids at Champ's house.
Let's do it.
Let's run it. Let's run it.
Well,
Why is he
you
gonna
gotta
need a
watch
projector?
The first one,
Yes,
and really
I
pay
got one of those
attention
big old
to it.
jumbo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it fucking blows up a fucking big,
We can
big
bring it
ass
right here when
screen.
you have your
Bro,
joint.
Oh, yeah,
me,
right on.
Saturday
Oh, we can
nights
hear.
when I ain't got no work, I'm up at 2, 3
You work?
in the morning. I'm watching 80s movies, bro. So all these movies, I could tell you everything about every 80s movie.
Can't Buy My Love. Go.
Yeah, I know that movie.
Who's in it?
The dude from Grey's Anatomy. What's his name?
God damn.
You got it.
Oh,
You got it.
I know
All right.
that whole
Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
That's one.
Who's in the Breakfast Club?
I don't know their names, but I could Emilio Estevez.
Oh, damn.
Ding ding ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
I could.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
What's his name? Matthew Broderick.
God damn.
There you go.
Ding ding ding.
He on a roll right now.
Yeah, he knows it.
My foster
When
dad
you
was
being
an
ghetto, I'm surprised, bro.
Yeah, for you being fat, you still eating.
What? Goddamn. What about what was the movie with the guys that were vampires?
Lost
Dude, that
Boys.
shit was
Lost Boys. Who's in
Lost
that?
Boys.
Lost Boys, I love that.
I know the old man. I don't know.
Who's in The Outsiders?
All of them, bro. Emilio Estevez,
No.
Patrick Swayze,
Yeah,
Yeah, Stamp yeah.
What's LaRusso?
Tom
What's that guy's name?
Cruise.
Daniel LaRusso. What's the actor's
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio.
Okay.
name? Yeah, 'cause he's in there with Steve Vai. He's in that movie.
Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
Yes.
Charlie Sheen in there. That's
Ding,
OG,
ding,
bro.
ding.
Who's in Red Dawn?
Same dudes.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, they were in all. That's because they were all in all the fucking movies.
That's what the artist.
You picked an easy fucking arrow. Get out of here.
You know what?
It's the best, bro.
Speaking of movies,
the best.
man.
Red Dawn's one of the fucking greatest movies I fucking enjoyed watching as a
Wolverine.
kid.
I think about that when I
Yeah, that's
play
a great movie.
cop.
Motherfucker!
I was talking about this with one of my boys, and we were talking about movies, just the way we are now, and we were talking like, man, there's certain characters that were meant for that role, and they killed it, and like that movie stuck with you because they did such a great job in those movies.
Right.
And I'm gonna throw out a fucking funny movie, like a silly movie, because it comes stuck to my head is Jim Carrey in The Grinch.
Jim Carrey.
Like
any
when
movie.
bro,
There's nobody else could have played that.
smashed that, right? And it's like you
The
think
Mask.
about it. You think about like what
Pet Detective.
what dudes could have killed that role the way they did and
Fucking
couldn't have used
Dumb
anybody
Dumber.
else. I mean, that was just one
I
example
still
I gave.
couldn't
We went
finish that
off.
movie, but yeah, Jim Carrey's a shit.
Like all the dudes in The Hangover
The Mask.
were great,
Yep.
great characters. I mean,
it's crazy you're saying that because not too long ago I was watching behind the scenes.
Everybody
And what-
fucking
and-
chill out for a second.
Ferris Bueller was one of the behind the scenes, and they named all these fucking A-list actors but I couldn't imagine anybody else. You know, but if you ever look at behind the scenes series,
You couldn't imagine anybody else what?
that what's the name? Fucking
Yeah, I was trying to
Matt,
figure out what we
Being
were
in
talking
that
about.
movie.
But if you ever see behind the scenes, they always bring up who went out for did the tryout.
Oh yeah.
And you always,
The audition.
you always wonder what would have happened with that movie if this person would have tried out or her.
I gotta tell you though, there was no other movie that's ever a motivational, get you fucking going, I'm gonna fucking climb to the top movie than Rocky.
I knew you were gonna say that.
And only the first Rocky, only the first one.
I'm
And then the one with Clubber Lang.
Number
I
3,
love
bro.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Number 3's the best.
4 for me, bro.
What about
Yeah.
3?
I pitied it for. That's what I said. That's my favorite.
Oh, you go slide.
Damn, but I don't like Creed. How about that?
Just ask that.
That dude's a punk.
Apollo.
I'm catching a pattern.
I'm not one to love a movie after the
After the credits,
I don't mind
After it's in English.
part 2, but once it gets to trilogies, it gets a little bit boring.
Not
But
Rocky 3, bro.
But Rocky, so at least for me, Rocky 4. After Rocky 4, it got a little exaggerated. But Rambo, shit, dude. Even Rambo Last Blood, I still fucking watched it, dude.
Bro, that fool
that
was
was
shooting
dope.
his fucking skin
Rambo was
shaking
good.
everywhere.
Every fucking Rambo movie for me was
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
crazy.
know. Rambo was good, dude, but that one, he
first
don't
one
say a
was
word for fucking an hour.
I don't
yeah,
give a fuck. It was action packed.
that mother.
But
The-
that's not like a character that could have been replaced with anybody else. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but the first Rambo, again, that was probably the best one.
Yeah.
I mean, because
he don't say shit for a whole hour.
I don't give a fuck.
That's probably better that way.
That's that way, exactly.
You know what I mean?
You
And
can really
there
get
was
his character.
there was nobody in that era that watched that fucking movie that didn't want that knife.
Right.
That's
that era.
Right?
Yep. Everyone, I had one of those.
As a matter of fact, my dad asked for one of those the year before he passed away. He said, "Hey, you remember I want me one of them Rambo knives."
Just fucking-
Because the one that you pull open, you have fucking matches and when are you gonna go fishing with a fucking knife, Dad? Or you know what I mean? But fuck, we got him one. Fuck, whatever.
What do you guys think about those days? Because I had a foster dad that was in Vietnam. He did 2 tours. Badass. He came out in a newspaper, got a Purple Heart, and but he said when he came back, man, it was pretty bad. Like they basically called him like a baby killer. And
That's every war.
yeah, it was because he was saying there was times where they didn't have food. They would eat like just ants and grubs and stuff. And I remember he used to wake up at night screaming out of nowhere. And my foster mom used to pull shrapnel out of his back because he blew up a bunker and it had ammunition in it.
So to disagree with you, Mingo, and it wasn't every war. Not to say that every veteran that came out from prior to Vietnam
The
was.
fact that Lou got to it before I did.
Well, you know what?
No. You go ahead.
No,
You're
tell
good
them.
at storytelling. Go
But
ahead.
no, what I'm trying to say is that prior to Vietnam, World War I and World War II, I'm sure they were considered baby killers, but back in those days, they weren't all these protesters that were able to come out in public like they were in the 60s.
But that's because during that war, there was a different sense of being an American, and there was a different sense of unity in the community. And then you hit that era, and it was at the beginning of free love and hippies and fucking drug era and all that bullshit, and everybody trying to escape the war.
Make love,
and,
not war.
Right, and it was a political war. It wasn't a war of, hey, we got to get this motherfucker out of power before they try to cross the fucking waters and take over our land, right? So, and what I mean by that is that there's still people now that come back from war that fuck, dude, how do you, I watched that movie again the other night, the Sniper, the one with fucking American Sniper. These people come back, dude. These poor guys come back from living this life that none of us have any fucking idea about. You talk about being on a heightened sense of life because you have to take every step with the precaution of I might fucking die, right? Then you come back and you see shit. You see people that are shooting. You see kids that are in the middle of this war fucking setting up the fucking
RPGs.
yeah, you know what I mean? How do you come back and they want you to come back and just assimilate immediately, and you can't. There has to be some sort of waiting period when they come back and go through and help them acclimate back to what the real world is, because putting somebody like that back into the, like when he was in that at that fucking party and he saw the dog attacking the kid and he just jumped off the steps and walked over ripping his fucking belt out, I was like, okay, I see where he's at. Because you understand, because watching that movie, you understand more or less kind of what that mentality is, how broken of a person he is because of what he's experienced. So we spend all this money training these people and sending them to go do this bullshit for us, for their country, for the sake of our freedoms, and then we do nothing to help them when they come back. We do nothing to help them cope with what those issues are when they come back, and that's what's fucked up.
I have a brother-in-law. He was in Iraq. He did I think 8 years in the Marine Corps. And when I was in prison, I was in the SHU, which is a segregated housing unit. It's basically a prison within a prison. And they let they read your mail. They go through everything before you get it in. And in there, you're not allowed to have pictures of people with guns, stuff like that. So I get a call from the sergeant. He comes to my door and says, "Hey, I wanted to talk to you." So he pulls me up and I go in his office, and my brother-in-law, he sends me pictures. And they're right there they brought down Saddam's statue. Okay. And he's right there with his M16 with the statue on the floor. He's sending me pictures with him handling a 50 cal on a helicopter. Pictures of his boys all with their rifles. And he says, "Man, I ain't never did this, but I'm gonna let you keep these pictures, because this was when we wanted our soldiers back,
right?
And we had, remember when the yellow ribbons came out and so, dude, that was pretty cool, because I got to show everybody, and I got to show him. He had found a jet, and it was hidden under like a net that was camouflaged, and till this day, bro, he's still fucked up. He's a great person, and he's but he was when he came home, he was at the VA hospital quite a bit.
Yeah.
And until now he actually got a job. He started with helicopter engines, and now he's into jet engines. But there was a time right there, him and my sister are no longer together, but there was a time, man, where he used to call and tell me, and he was really going through it, man. Like shit I can't even say,
Yeah.
So my apologies, I forgot how we got to this topic, but I know we're talking about baby killers, so I had to defend those boys who served. And I know in Vietnam they were more called out as baby killers, but I'm sure even in World War I, World War II, even during the fucking Civil War, I'm sure they were fucking called baby killers. But it wasn't brought up to light until the fucking 60s. But when it's all said and done, these guys, and I'm speaking as a veteran. I'm speaking as a veteran, not one who actually fucking got to see action. When I was young and dumb, I wanted to see action. I was blessed not to, but just.
How'd you get that Purple Heart, bro?
Shit, I never got a Purple Heart, bro.
You made it.
Shit. I would never joke about that. I would never fucking never claim that I got Purple Heart. Never. I was very fortunate not to fucking see action, even though when I was in at the time, I was young, dumb, and full of dumbness. I wanted to see action. I enlisted 2 days before I reckoned, but it could wait. By the time I graduated high school, the whole fucking war was over. I was in during Kosovo, Bosnia. We were on standby, like we used to say, we were locked, cocked, and ready to rock. We didn't get to go. Haiti, Somalia, locked, cocked, ready to rock. We didn't get to go. So for the longest time, when I was in my 20s, I thought I was invincible. I wanted to go. I was pissed off because I wasn't called. I was very upset because my unit was on standby and we weren't called. Other units were called. Now I thank God, now that I'm married 4 kids later, the good Lord had a different plan for me. But what I'm trying to say is that these guys that were quote unquote baby killers, they had to go do what they had to do. not to say that some guys didn't enjoy doing what they did, but there was a lot of guys that went out there because they actually felt that they were doing what was their duty or what they were called upon. Again, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Not that I agree with every war we fucking go to and participate in, but in this particular case, for example, how long are we going to stand back and like these fucking communist countries known as fucking Russia, Soviet Union, are we going to let them fucking keep expanding, and we step the fuck back, because we don't want to fucking bring in our women and men, because it's not our business. Eventually it will be our business, because what's going to happen is communism will fucking expand. If we don't intercede, you think fucking the English are going to intercede? You think the French are going to fucking intercede? You think the Italians, the Spanish, all these major fucking European countries are going to intercede? No. If the United States don't fucking step up to the plate, this fucking world will be a fucking communist fucking world. Unless, and I know it's not a popular opinion, and maybe I'm just saying that as a Marine, but if we don't fucking step up to the plate and try to throw in our 2 chips in the fucking poker table, the communists will fucking throw all their fucking cards on the deck and fucking win the whole game. We have to step up to the plate. Like it or not, and I know we have all these fucking people like, we shouldn't fucking butt our noses when it's not our business. Eventually it will. Because if we don't step in, the fucking whole world's going to be communist. And eventually it's going to fucking surround us. And before we know it, we're going to be the only democratic country. And when all's said and done, if we didn't step up to the plate earlier, we're going to have no choice but to fucking tip our hats and say, okay, here's your country.
I've got a quick question, man. I'm very thankful for your service, Lou. All of our service women, men and women. I'm really thankful for my freedom, my family, my friends' freedom. Has anybody ever been to Pearl Harbor in Hawaii?
Yes, I have.
Man, that is the most breathtaking, stop your heart, fucking happy to be American.
It's heavy as
bro,
shit.
it is. It's every feeling that you can imagine with the eeriness of how can such a beautiful place be invaded? You look up at the sky. How can planes have come here and destroyed such a nice place? And what happens is you walk through almost like a timeline, and they start off, with the communication coming through, and it's recorded, and you hear it. You go through, and you see the missiles that they found underwater and stuff that hasn't been blown up yet, and then they take you onto a ferry, and you go out to the Arizona and whatnot. Yeah, the memorial that's out there, and I mean, it is absolutely insane, dude. And I know that there's some service people that were in that time, and they have, a certain feeling towards, Japanese people and whatnot. And you can almost see why. And you can see why we did what we did to retaliate what they did to us. Yeah. And it's you got to go.
The fucked up part is that one of the people on the ships where the planes took off from said that we fucked up. Yeah. We just woke a sleeping dragon. Right. That is the U.S. And we fucked them up.
The worst part is they fucking knew they were coming. They knew they were coming. And they just thought it was like a misreading, like they were seeing something else in the sky. And one of the dudes is trying to get a signal through, like, hey, we're gonna be fucking attacked. And one of the dudes is like, nah, it's an error.
That's kind of conspiracy. Some people say that we knew. Some people said that
it's right there, man. If you go to
I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with you, Steve. What I'm saying is, coincidentally enough, we did have a couple bombers and a couple squadrons heading out that were doing some training coincidentally around the time frame that were scheduled to come back. So when the Japanese air attack came in, it came in right about more or less the time that our own boys were supposed to come back. So whether and I'm there with you. I would hate to believe that our U.S. government knew that our boys. I'm sorry, that the Japanese were going to come and attack, but we kind
You were
of
right.
we looked away, quote unquote. Just to get an excuse to participate in this war. So I hate to believe that was the reason, but
they just ignored it.
Coincidentally, it happened. But there is a conspiracy theory that people think that
same thing with 9/11, man.
Same thing.
We knew they were coming,
I heard the
and we
same
slept. And we slept on it.
Second building that hit, bro.
It drives again. I don't know what.
We knew that they were going to hit us too. 9/11. They knew it. There was a folder on this dude's desk while he was on vacation for weeks, saying, "Hey, get prepared for 9/11," and slept on it.
Yeah, I hate to believe that that's really what happened, but not to say that
we don't know.
We don't know exactly. But
the government tells us whatever they want to tell.
That's the same thing what happened with Hawaii. I hate to believe that that's the reason that we didn't.
I'm pretty sure somebody knew. You can't plan that type of attack on somebody.
Pearl Harbor was retaliation.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the videos on the 9/11 stuff where they show how the building after the planes were hit, the way they started to implode down below, that they exploded and they exploded at an angle, and that they exploded at an angle so that when it dropped straight down.
Correct.
So is that something that was built into the building, or was that something that they put there because they knew that shit was going to happen and they wanted to create more out of it than what it was?
Well, a lot of people don't understand that these things are built on stilts, right? Kind of like how a lot of buildings in California are built on earthquake or multi-rise buildings.
Right.
So I think people are forgetting or excluding the fact that when it got hit with such an impact, that it pushed those things off. It's let's say center of gravity. So as shit was melting and coming down, it just crumbled. It couldn't support the weight no more.
No, but if you look at it, you could see the buildings, the levels below imploding. Like you could see
Yeah,
that.
I know that there were bombs there showing like they got blown up.
Right.
As stuff was going down. Yeah.
And there was something about too the Pentagon, where the plane had hit.
If those videos would have came out the day after, I'd believe it. But I mean, 2-3 months later when those videos came out.
I think about that. The fuel on that jet alone is probably a big old bomb in itself, and then to hit at that speed, and
But they said that
it disintegrated anything it hit.
But they said that jet fuel doesn't burn hot enough to burn steel. It had to be thermite.
That's
Well,
bullshit. That's
to
bullshit.
burn it, yeah, but to explode, it's gonna.
No, I'm sorry. When you have a big plane of that magnitude, fully loaded, hit at that magnitude, there's no steel in the world. Not even the fucking Pentagon has it.
What if it was cheap Japanese steel?
Probably. Hey, you know about? So, I read a book when I was in prison, and they were talking about. This was I think right after about 70s, 80s, and the Japanese came out with microchips and TVs, cars, Hondas, and all this shit, right?
Honda, how do we go from microchip TVs, cars, and Hondas?
Like
in the
all
70s.
yeah.
So there wasn't no TVs, no cars in the 70s.
right?
Oh, color TVs. I got you. Go ahead.
I got you.
It was, bro. So, what their plan was, it was a 30-year plan, and it was economical warfare. And we didn't catch on until most of our companies were already down the drain. I think JVC made it. A few others made it. But if you look at it overall, they took over. They sold a better car for cheaper, and they took over the car business. They took over TV business. They took over the computer business. This is going on.
And cameras.
And finally, the U.S. is catch on. So they're like, what the fuck? What are these guys doing, So they had found out that these guys had made a 30-year plan to take out us economically. So we caught on. We stopped selling all of our companies to them, which that's what we were doing, and only a few of them made it. If you think about it right now, how many American companies make TVs?
Well, they own half of the central United States, all the farms and shit.
Exactly. That's what they were trying to do, bro. And it took us 20 years to catch on to what they were doing, and finally we caught on. And in Japan, if you buy something American, you're considered a traitor. So, and everything, and even though in Japan their prices of their stuff is more expensive than American things, so nobody buys our shit anywhere else.
I don't know how true this may be on that point there, Rob, that Japanese that pretty much manufacture almost every kind of alcoholic drink, and they try to do the same thing with tequila. But the Mexicans and international fucking copyrighted. No one else outside of Mexico is allowed to do tequila. The Japanese tried to.
They don't have the soil to.
No, that's because they have soil. Mexico has a copyright rights to only be the only country to make tequila. Vodka doesn't have the right. Whiskey, bourbon, and every other hardcore alcohol, as far as I'm aware, doesn't have that copyrighted right. And Mexico,
Ireland has it with whiskey, because you can only make whiskey in Ireland. Anything made outside of them is a bourbon.
Okay, so they're in Ireland, but Mexico same thing with tequila, because the Japanese tried, and Mexico like, chingas a tu madre, boy, you're not gonna make tequila. So
they're little sneaky bastards, man. Telling
So
you.
they make sake.
well, sake, that's our home country. That's our home. That's their drink.
Hey, so what do they consider Pruno? American made?
When was the last time you made Pruno?
Shit, man. The last time I made Pruno
Last weekend.
was about. You can't make that. That should have put a hole in your stomach. It's not distilled.
How long does it take?
About 3 days.
Yeah?
Yeah, 3 to 4 days.
Hey,
It depends if you have a kicker.
bro.
You have to have a kicker,
I'm
right?
not telling you how to drink it. I'm just telling you.
So what you do is you get your apples and oranges and you put them in a bag, and you have to have a kicker is like people pass around a kicker. A kicker is already a ball of rotten fruit, right? So if you add that to your fresh stuff that you make, it automatically makes it cook faster, ferment faster. So it just depends. If you have a kicker in it takes 3 to 4 days. If you don't, it takes like a week. But dude, you could get some clear ass vodka shit looking out of that, man.
So when you make it, do you have to wait until the bag kind of it blows up a little bit?
Blow up. Yeah, you have to burp it as it blows up. It's sugar. Sugar is what makes it turn into alcohol.
Right.
So your fruit could have as much fermenting as it want. If it depends how strong it is, how much. So we would save all our jellies and shit, and because that's all they give you, and you just put all your jellies in, and you just see it just bubbling and bubbling and bubbling, and then you get like a sock. Hopefully it's not used, and you strain it, bro, and that's it, man. Eastside Firewater, bro, fucking fucks you up.
I think we should try it. Who's down?
I'm down.
That's crazy.
You guys down?
I'm down.
You ain't gonna drink it because that shit is nasty.
I'll drink it. You know what?
Nasty.
I'm not sure how many of you guys are familiar with that one Filipino, based on as Balut.
Yeah.
You know what? Larry, say that.
You know what balut is? Anybody? No. So they take.
Hold on.
No, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
They take. It's either a duck egg or a chicken egg that's half viable. So it's got like half of a baby chicken in there, and they boil it. It's got the embryo. They boil it and they crack it open and they eat it like that. So it's half like a boiled egg and half like a chicken nugget with feathers. It's got the face and the beak and the legs, but it's a delicacy. It's supposed to be really good.
So a long time ago, I was working in a company that somebody showed up hungover, and they were talking about different hungover foods, and obviously as Mexican, we always refer back to
Menudo,
obviously. And we had an older gentleman, Filipino.
I had the perfect thing for everybody to eat this morning.
He didn't even step up to the plate. He was just minding his own business. And someone said, his name was Ray. Ray, I know you Filipinos must have some of the grossest shit. I'm thinking to myself,
Putang ina mo.
why does he have to have one of the most grossest shit just because he's Filipino?
Hold on real quick. I know
Yes, sir.
Filipino. ¿Cómo está asawa mo? Patia nako. You know
There
what
you
that
go.
means?
What does that mean?
How's your wife and my kids?
Of course.
I was interrupting, so Rob, again, say it again.
¿Cómo está asawa mo? Patia nako. I know my boy was Filipino.
So how are my kids doing out there for all you radio listeners?
something like that.
You
motherfucker's not going home tonight. I'm
went home.
Yes, the fuck he is.
Him and Ivan are gonna
I'm
need a
just
room
translating
tonight.
for my boy Rob.
I
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't have a
So,
sleeping bag big enough.
My
for
lady knows where
Was
daddy
that
is.
story even finished?
Can't even feed her daddy though.
So here,
Well, you better start taking care of him, man, because he bring home the bacon.
so
Hashtag facts.
So here we go. Another big lewd. Long story, not so short.
Motherfucker, it's like
Ray and the
20th
Ray.
month.
What do you got? I know you
Goddamn,
Filipinos
man.
got some.
Ray.
So they call my homeboy who's a Filipino. I'm sure you guys don't have like
Just
okay. So he brings out.
Heisman?
He said balut. He says something about
Heisman?
balut. He said he brings out the balut. No, he's not Filipino.
What is he? And I always thought he was Filipino.
He's a fucking
That was
Mexican
Ray. That was
TJ.
Ray.
Ray's Filipino.
Hiram's from TJ, bro. Shit.
What? That for what?
Okay, Ray.
Ray.
Right out the balloon.
No.
Oh,
He
it's
said.
not Ray. It's not Ray.
No, his name is Ray. Yes, it is. He said.
Hold on, Ray the first or Ray the second?
He said we eat balut, and everybody like, what the fuck is balut? And he explained what it was,
brain.
and everybody was like fucking knocking on the guy. And I told the guy, and I told everybody, because I was like, I felt bad for the guy, because even I was like, gag, and I'm like, you guys don't knock
You
it.
get a gagger?
No, but he explained what it was, and we were all gagging. But everybody was knocking the poor guy, older Filipino gentleman.
For the balloon?
Yep, we got his
For
age.
balut. And I'm like, okay, everybody, you cannot knock it if you haven't tried it. And I'm trying to defend the guy, right? And fucking Ray turns around and looks at me and says, Louis, are you willing to try it? I'm like, motherfucker, I was trying to protect her ass. And you fucking called me out for everybody. I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to try anything once. I didn't think he was serious. All right, I'll bring you some balut Monday. This was a Friday. Perfect. I'm like, you motherfucker, I'm here trying to help you out. All these people calling you out.
I'd have called out sick Monday. And they're like, fuck that.
So, long story short, come Monday.
You need to stop saying that shit because none of your stories are short.
I know my stories are not short.
Hey, you might as well call this the Lou Show.
Yeah, right?
You can't say a long story short after a long story, Lou. That's how it works. That's like what you say.
Long story short, speed, I'm going to cut all the bullshit. Here it is.
Come Monday. Homeboy shows up, and all.
The only thing short are your
I walk
shorts.
I walk into the office, and everybody's looking at me with a big ass fucking smile.
It was 9 a.m. I walked in and clocked in. Go
I
ahead.
walk in with a big, and everybody's looking at me with a fucking big ass smile. I completely forget that my homie Ray wanted
To feed you a
Some
huevo.
balut.
because I even thought to myself, okay, I just call myself.
What is
myself
balloon? It ain't
out.
like monkey nuts or nothing.
I just fucking told you what it was, bro. Were you not listening?
Oh, the dead bird?
Yeah.
Yes.
We still on that shit, man. That was an hour ago. What the fuck?
So, long story short, you had balut. You tried it.
Well, stupid me. I thought I forget. I wanted to come.
God damn, it was a yes or no question,
I
right?
was going to come back. I was going to come into work with some tapatillo, salt, and lemon.
This ain't a fucking oyster, man. It's a fucking dead bird.
Bro. If I was going to try this fucking balloon as a Mexican, I need at least some tapatillo, salt, and lemon.
You had to Mexican that motherfucker up.
And I forgot to bring tapatillo, salt, and lemon.
Oh no! Oh shit!
Sorry. Okay, so here we go.
I had to have plain baby chicken.
This was at work, right?
I work, yes.
Ain't you Mexican that you have that shit in your lunch pail?
The top drawer of your fucking office.
Apparently that day I did not.
Community refrigerator.
So I show up, everybody's fucking smiling at my ass, and I completely forgot why.
The dead chicken, right?
I forgot why. I had agreed to this shit. Everybody's smiling. I thought, like, fuck.
Even I got some red rooster at work.
It must be good money because everybody's fucking smiling.
So did you eat the motherfucker? Yes or no? God damn it!
So all of a sudden, it's like, I hear
Did you eat the fucking thing? Yes or
Can I
no?
please fucking tell my story?
No, you fucking did. I'm ending it.
I hear in the
Wait.
background, Louis.
Long story short,
Are you ready? Long story short, I hear Ray. I hear Ray. Louis, are you ready? I'm like, ready for what?
You
He
forgot.
brings out a big ass fucking basket of fucking balloon.
He
I'm
gave
like,
him
oh
a big ass
shit.
pigeon.
No, basket of fucking
Got you a fucking ostrich egg and shit.
basket of fucking eggs, right? I'm like, oh.
Baka, 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 baka.
Sure enough,
Did you buy buy these eggs from a store down the street. I love that store, man.
Bro.
I feel like I was one of the dudes there smiling at you.
I kid you not, bro. He brought me a fucking.
Long story short, come on.
With eggs.
Why are you going like this?
He brought me a basket with eggs. A lot, not just one.
Did you eat the fucking thing or no?
I had to break out the fucking eggs on top.
like you
And sure enough,
Wait.
I peeled the fucking.
Tony, stop it.
There were multiple eggs.
There's multiple
Oh,
eggs.
basket.
So other
Hey.
people were going to eat some too?
If they wanted to.
Okay.
Obviously, Ray.
Hey, what if one hatched right
Down in on you.
How many did you eat?
I only ate one. But however, though, it was tough because I broke the fucking top, the tip of the egg, right? And I peeled it. And what the fuck do I see? Is a little fucking embryo duckling with a fucking eye looking at me, bro. I was fucking looking at me. I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I gotta eat it because I just told everybody you can't knock it
And
till
people
you
are
try
smiling
it.
at you.
And I forgot to fucking bring my tapatio salt and lime. I'm like, fuck.
You would have sun the fucking eye and not put that.
Does it smell like it's dead?
It had a gamey smell, I guess, if you will. But I ate it, bro. You know what it was? It tasted like a gamey
Egg.
Chicken.
egg, a fucking
Hard-boiled egg.
scrambled egg. Not even hard boiled, scrambled. When you scramble, or even hard boiled.
Hey,
yes,
don't
even
they
that,
have
you're
like
right, you're
a-
right. It
like
was scrambled, hard boiled, gamey, soupy,
Like
soupy.
Oh, tibio.
Easy.
So
I know Reezy too.
not only, but the thing is,
No, that shit had to be over hard.
but the thing is, when it's all said and done,
Hey, did you spit out feathers?
Did the beak scratch you when you shit later?
bro, the bones were soft. The bones were soft.
Oh, I thought you said the balls were soft.
Don't give me the bones. The bones.
It had
were soft.
balls?
What happened?
Don't get me
Fans?
wrong, bro. It was tough to eat because of the visualization.
So you ate a-
Otherwise, it didn't taste bad. It
So
did not
you-
taste bad.
you ate
it
a
was
male?
a soupy, hard-boiled egg.
Yep, that's why I said over easy, bro. You know what I'm talking
Soupy, hard-boiled
You gotta crack the
egg.
yolk.
Scrambled
With
egg.
an eyeball and a beak.
about? That's like
Because I was
4 eggs
looking
in
at
one.
it. If I didn't look at it,
That's
I would
like
have
ultimate egg,
never,
bro.
ever questioned it. Would I do it again?
So what you're saying is, if you're gonna eat balut, eat it ass in first. So you don't see the eye, you see the brown eye.
If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do it, don't look at it and bring some fucking
Hey, so
tapatio
what's
salt
that
in it.
shit where they poke a hole and then they
What the fuck you talking about,
the
bro?
egg?
That's
They
like
have
a
it.
poached egg or something.
Not
like that.
Filipinos.
Soft-boiled? No, it's I don't know. There's
I've
some
seen that.
line in that
Filipinos?
motherfucker.
Have you ever seen Mexicans eat pigeon eggs
Oh, I love
or quail eggs? Deal.
I love
Quail eggs,
They're
quail eggs.
yeah, the little about like this that are white and brown.
As a matter of fact, I like fucking regular eggs, fucking like the Rocky style, bro.
Rocky didn't drink them out the shell like that. I like them.
Oh,
I'll eat them tibio.
You never seen Rocky movies when he fucking breaks a fucking egg?
Yeah, but he doesn't drink it out the shell like you said.
No, but still, it's the same thing. You break the fucking shell. And fucking,
Yeah, but Rocky doesn't do that.
No, there's
it's a
some.
fucking raw egg. I don't
No,
care.
there's something. There's
I
something.
don't care. You're sipping from the
What
fucking
you said?
shell. drinking
Rocky
from the
did
fucking-
this.
He did.
Making shit up.
No, yeah, he didn't suck it out of the egg.
No, but he still ate it raw.
He ate it raw. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference.
Yes.
I'm not gonna suck it out of the fucking egg.
It's still raw.
He does have a point. It was still raw.
It's still raw.
But what if you eat a shell?
Yeah, compa.
What if you eat a shell though?
You don't eat the shell. You fucking sip the fucking yolk.
What if this? What if the fucking it bust because you suck too hard?
We know you've been known to do that. Long story short. Don't break the fucking metal chair, fucker.
Anyways, can we move on from the balloon?
Holy
Damn, it's been an hour and a
shit.
half.
God damn, bro. That
Long
was
story
a-
short, I'll eat that motherfucking blue panita patio salt and lemon.
Oh, did anybody else eat any?
Yes, there was another person. He actually ate two. I only
That's
ate
a,
one.
good, perfect.
He
End
went,
of
right?
story right there. That's all we need.
Would anybody else try a fucking baby bird?
Yeah,
Ew,
every
I
day.
bet you his breath smelled like shit after you ate that.
But that being said, I'm down to.
Did it cure your hangover?
Yes, it did actually. I'm down to drink whatever it is that you want that you fucking made in prison.
I got you.
Bruno.
Are you done with that? Anybody else?
Probably
The
not.
Bruno?
I ain't drinking that shit.
I'll drink moonshine.
Good. No.
I mean, you
Ooh,
can
have you
take
guys
a
ever
sip.
had those cherry dip moonshine fucking?
Yes.
It's like a oh dude, those things are rough. I mean, if you can't take a shot, stay. This will fuck you up. It's a cherry.
You might be able to do that better than a shot, though.
Cherry
think
what?
so.
Cherry flavored?
Nope. A cherry just dipped in. It's like stored in moonshine. They're just brined in it. Dude, they.
Moonshine and cherry.
That would be
That's like the worm, right?
It would almost be like taste like a cherry that was just left in straight alcohol.
Correct. It
say
tastes
the
like you're
worm's
chewing
like
on a
that.
fucking cotton swab.
They say if you drink the worm and tequila, you eat it. I guess it.
Oh, yeah.
right.
Because it's
Sort
fermented,
of like the cherry, right?
basically.
Cherry tastes like shit.
You fucking drink tequila, you're gonna get fucked up regardless what you eat or whatever you don't eat. Once you fucking drink tequila, you're fucked up, bro. Once you drink more than fucking a couple cups.
So have you drank tequila this evening? Is that what you're telling us?
No, I haven't got there yet. That'd be nice.
You want some tequila?
If you haven't, I never said
Yeah,
no.
I'll do a shot. So,
Yeah?
9 cap, my end cap. Close it out.
Yeah, grab it. Let's go.
That's my boy Champ.
Man,
Stepping up
you
to
guys
the
had
plate.
some. What? Oh, so hey, fill me in. I heard you guys were taking some drinks. What were they?
shit,
Were they shots or were
Mountain
they?
Dew. Mountain Dew watermelon, right?
Yeah.
I understand that, but was it a Mountain Dew watermelon alcohol mixed in a bottle already?
No.
No,
it was
I
just,
Added.
I had poured in a glass because I'm the one who has to do shit
My
around.
man, mixologist. I thought I rubbed off on you guys. the
So
wrong way.
Seabass was a mixologist in the
you
house.
did. That's what we were talking about. The only thing we didn't have was a little candy on
Oh
top.
damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ghetto style over here.
Yeah.
Hey man, if I'm gonna do something, I go all out. You guys know that. I don't fuck around.
Yeah, dope.
T-Bone knows
That's
that.
good.
What kind of tequila is that?
Centenario.
That's good. That's some good shit.
And Centenario.
While you do that, I'm going to play
No,
this
you're
out
not.
So it's a Mountain Dew watermelon,
and ice.
and then you add
Major
vodka.
melon.
Major melon. You took one home?
No, they
Oh, they had
sucked
a
it all up before I got home. Before we got done.
Just that's fine.
Yeah, I asked for a refill when we're done.
fire?
And then we did
It's something that
Corona Sunrise.
Which one?
A Corona Sunrise.
Oh yeah, with the margarita, whatever,
Now with the
Margarita
orange
mix?
juice and grenadine.
with the Corona. And there's no margarita mix in it.
Nope. You
Oh,
put
there's
tequila, you put orange juice, and that grenadine, and
Okay. Yeah.
turns a little pinkish, and you're good.
You guys ever try that sour stuff? Like,
That's sour.
A lot of sour,
stuff.
a lot of sour shit out there, bro. You have to-
Do
sour. I think
do explain.
one day I went to Vegas one year.
a Midori sour, the green one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That thing's good, man.
Thank you, sir.
No. A
Take
Midori
at
sour is
least
what they
a
call a
quarter.
green apple martini. Huh?
Oh man,
Go
I gotta
for it.
drive by myself. Quarter.
God damn. I know Lou wants some.
Damn right, dude.
Ivan, you have one to close out the show?
I can't, man.
You want me to call Martha first?
No, I'm
We'll serve you here.
I'm gonna be on road tomorrow out in the hot sun, so no, I can't be messing around. I don't want to get
You're
dehydrated.
gonna need the baby. You need to get the baby shot.
Yes, yeah. I'm like Danny DeVito.
Hey, I'm B, bro. I don't know how you guys work every day. I had to strap on my boots this week, man. I'm exhausted
So
today.
for all your
man.
listeners, our boy Seabass is pouring us.
Oh, I thought you was
Nice and
supposed
cold,
to
too.
shut
Nice
up.
and
Shot to close out the show.
So tonight, if you're listening, we're
it up.
shaking.
God damn it! Fucking shoot.
This is to the
Sit
bird.
here. You're talking
Salute, salute, salute.
Salute.
To the bird and Louis. Hey,
Killer. Hey, what?
That's
is
good.
that like
That's
animal
cold, too.
cruelty or what?
What's animal cruelty?
Eating them little birdies?
Nah, they did.
How they dead though? Somebody killed them.
So when you have a fucking chicken sandwich or a fucking
No, it's like-
hamburger,
it's
is
like
that
an
fucking
abortion.
animal cruelty?
It's like an abortion. It's not born yet. It's okay.
Oh shit.
That's gonna hurt.
That's harsh. I don't.
You can talk about death all goddamn day. I can't make a fucking joke.
I talk about killing kids and shit. I'm just fucking with you. Nah, you're right, but that's
man.
funny.
All right, Sebastian, play us out. We out this bitch.
I don't want to do it. I'm embarrassed
Embarrassed of what? Come on.
that it's being recorded.
It's not being recorded.
I
It's
don't,
live.
I don't have my phone out. You're good.
What did you say?
I don't have my phone out. You're good.
Yeah, but he's got a mic right there. Okay. Everybody.
Fingers up. Middle fingers up. Seabass got the middle finger up.
That should be your nickname. Is Fingers.
Okay, yeah, no, that
never
doesn't
mind.
sound right.
Maybe that's your nickname, Lou. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out. Another great podcast, and we'll see you guys back here in a couple days. Love you. Bye.
I drink a lot on this podcast.